Thank you. You're right, I haven't unmuted my mic. Hello and welcome. Oh dear. Right, let's try all this again. So, as you can see on this diagram, these are all the things I need to put together for space for energy science 1 and 2. So that's this one here is energy science 1, this one's number 2, and there's 4 data cards that need to go into each one. The first 4 along here for the first one, and then the second 4 down here for science 2. Now the only thing in here that's a little bit slightly weird and interesting, I guess, is it require these 2 science packs to go into these 2 data cards to make this one as well. So there's a little bit of a sort of a feed through there, and as far as I can tell, that seems to be the only thing in producing data science energy science, that requires that has this sort of loopback thing. So we'll see how long that's relevant for. But then once from these data cards, I can make the catalog type 1, catalog type 2, and then from those I can make the insights, which are the cylinder things in the middle there, and then the yellow significant data, and then eventually the 2 science packs. So that's going to be the plan for today. Try and get these 4 data cards finished and being produced. That's what I think is a reasonable minimum for this stream. With any luck, I'm also going to have a little bit more time available, and I'm going to also be able to start making the actual data packs, the science packs themselves. We shall see how that goes. There's a fair amount to do before I can get onto that, but yeah, let's have a look and let's get started. So the first thing I want to do, while I think of it and while I'm not doing anything else, is adjust these rails a bit so they're a bit further away, so there's a bit more room for more bus in over here, and therefore hopefully I'll be able to get a few more train stations in, with dropping off a few extra things, picking up some things like the science packs if nothing else. The catalogs, there we go, that's the point where I'm shipping them out at, and also shipping out all of the byproducts, things like the all the waste that's coming out of, he says, looking for something that's actually producing it. Yeah, down here there's all this scrap coming out of this production facility here, so that's being spat out up here. So one of the things that's happened since the last episode is I've got these mirrors coming through on this belt here, and that's able to happen because over here we've got this facility making the mirrors, and I might need to expand that, but that can probably wait until a bit later, we'll see. And that's able to start running now because we're bringing up the iridium, and iridium is now being brought up from Kothar. So between streams, I went off to Kothar and I built up all of this stuff here. This is essentially the same as the holmium production on the on Henkaseswi. Just the only real difference is that you're putting in a different ore, you're making a different type of beads to go into the process here, and you also need vulcanite to cook it up into ingots. The big problem I've got here is that we're not bringing the iridium in fast enough. This mine down here is producing the iridium at about 1/3 of the rate that's needed. So at some point I'll come back to this planet, I'll build up some more mines here, 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 and so on, just to get a decent supply of the iridium coming in. But for now, that's not a problem. I've got enough for the time being, so I'm going to not worry about that for now. So let's have a look here. Now I think the best thing to do is probably going to be to just bring this line across to the left a bit, and then I can curve this one round this way, and that way I'll have a bit more room to play with. So I'm going to pull up all of this, which is probably going to cause some trains to have a sad, but never mind. Take out all of this, and now what I want now, I could just have this come yeah, let's have this come through like that, because then I don't need to do any lifting of tracks and any lifting of belts for that part at least. But then for this one I'm going to have this come straight through here, so I'm going to need to pull up all of this. In fact, there's a better way to do this, isn't there? If I do this, then Factorio is smart enough to just pick up everything in between for me, like that. I can come through like this, and now I'm going to want this to go a long way up here, I think. And I'm about to run out. Not quite. Yes, there we go. I've run out. All right, I'm going to need to go and get some more of this this space rail then Space rail it's not too expensive to make, but there's a fair number of things that go into it, and yeah, I'm going to spend a certain amount of time whiffling backwards and forwards because I realise I've forgotten things. But at least most of the stuff that I need in large quantities, I have bots bringing that out to me whenever I come back here, and it's all in my inventory. So we don't have any space rail at the moment because we've run out of the energy catalogues and also copper wires. So I know we've got copper, that's okay. So I'm going to need to I need to bring over a load of energy catalogues, and then we should be able to start building that up. Fortunately, my old science production system is still running, so I've still got, hopefully, let's have a look. Oh, I haven't. Oh no. Maybe there's a few up here. Yeah, okay, there's a few left. That's several. I suppose, I should probably think about why this isn't working, see if it's anything that I want to come in and fix, or whether I just want to ignore it. So this one... no mirrors, that's kind of... Is it ironic? Wouldn't like to say. The thing that I've spent a load of time building up in the last few episodes, and that's the thing that isn't working. I've just flown straight past what I was... where I needed to drop those off, because I was thinking about something else. Pay attention, Laurence, that'll help. Right, okay, so this one needs to have those. And then this will start merrily working, and I might pull across some more steel. You steel? No, you're iron. You're copper. Steel? Steel. There we go. Put some more of that in there. I forget exactly what the recipe is. A 1 energy catalogue makes me 100 steel, 100 space rails. That's pretty good. So I don't need to worry too much about carting those resources over in enormous quantities. Possibly I should have more than one machine making this copper cable for this, but yeah, I don't care. Actually, 300 is more than enough for now. Okay. I've sort of been assuming you can all hear me now after I did. Yes, my my mic was muted at the start. I believe I've now fixed that. I can see the bar going up and down as I'm talking. So, and I'm hoping that somebody would have said if you still couldn't hear me. Right, this goes in there, and this goes over there, and that one come up like that. Okay, and we need some more signals. I'll put some more signals in up here because at some point we are going to get trains going up and down here a bit further up. Okay, right, that's that stage done. I think the next thing I'm going to do is think about where all of these disposal belts go. So this one probably isn't supposed to be here, is it? Because I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those two should really be gaps, but there wasn't room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this one, yeah, we're feeding it over this way. So I'm going to need a load more of this up here. In fact, more than that. Where was it? There we go. Okay, so that comes down there, and then we've got the contaminated scrap on this one. I can't even remember. Oh, that appears to be scrap, normal scrap. So let's put in my scrap pickup station there, and I think I can just basically copy it from here. Actually, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's copy it anyway. Yeah, that'll do. I can come in and tidy this up in a moment. Let's turn my roboport off while I place this. So the idea is that I can now come in and I can put that down there, I think. And hopefully that's going to be in a... And I say I can put it down there, yeah, that's great, but now there's no... No? Do what I want. Do what I mean, not what I say. There we go. Oh, I didn't rotate it either. Fail. Well, yeah, I was in map mode, that's why I was getting confused. Lose that, put it there instead. Okay, so we're going to need... I don't know why I even bothered copying and pasting that, actually, because I'm probably not going to use any of it. But let's see. So if I put... I need signals, they go on the inside. Is that long enough? One, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just. Only just. So I'll put that there. See, station goes on that side. Do I have any normal stations? I do not. Can I build any? No! Great. Okay, I need some of that steel that I was grabbing far too much of and putting into the other place. I am currently using one belt per thing. And the two types of scrap are going to be shipped out separately because they're going to go into separate stations and be put into separate not separate stations, sorry, separate parts of the station to go into separate wagons in order to go into the different parts of the recycling facility, which I shall show you in a moment. If we look down over here, we've got the scrap train comes in here. It drops off contaminated cosmic water into this tank, scrap into this one. Yeah, scrap into this one, into contaminated scrap into this one, and contaminated biosludge into this one. So the idea is that then the water gets cleaned off, the contaminated scrap gets cleaned off here. We clean up biosludge in this one, and then all the scrap goes down into here where it gets then turned into metals and stone, which can then be used for actual useful things. Where was I? Yes, station along here. Down station. Right, so we now have that one's contaminated cosmic water, that one is scrap, that one is contaminated scrap, and that one is contaminated biosludge, which I don't think we're going to get any of here. I'm just going to make sure I've got those in the right order, and I've got my train the right size. So yes, it's a single locomotive, then water, scrap, contaminated scrap, sludge. So that's right. Good. So this one comes straight across to here, in like that. No, row of chests, that would help. What? No. There we go. Then this one comes along here, and along here. Contaminated scrap for you. And clean scrap for you. And I picked some of that up. Where is it? There it is. Right. Okay, so that should work. Obviously need the power here as well. I'll put another one down here. And now this is the slightly complicated part that I am going to copy paste from over here, where I've set up this. Actually, this one's only doing scrap and contaminated cosmic water, but never mind. So I'll copy those two, shove them in here. And I need some power over here. Let's put a big pole in there. Now, so I need to also add in contaminated scrap. Let's say minus 5k for that. And I'm not doing the other one. Actually, I should put in the contaminated biosludge as well. Then I can just copy this to wherever I need it. And then I need to wire everything up. To there, to there, to there. Right. So now the way this works is we have large negative numbers here. So once we get to the point where we've got, say, 5,000 scrap in this station, the number on this line will go above 0. At that point, this thing is looking at the what's coming in on that network and saying when anything goes above 0, output 1 green square. We then tell this to enable, disable, or actually we could do set train. No, not set train. Set train limit to the green squares. So at the moment the train limit is locked to 0, and when this fills up to either of these becomes full enough, or if I put tanks in for the liquids if I end up needing those, and I'm not sure whether I will for this or not. Once those get enough up to a certain point, this will go positive. One of these numbers will go positive. This will ping over to 1 green square, and this station will activate, and the train will come over here and pick it all up. I need to call this scrap pickup, I think. Yeah, scrap pickup. Now this train, my scrap train, will then start visiting this station as well. So as you can see, this one's running away quite happily, loading it up with. I can't see what's in that one. It was actually nearly full. Blimey. Yeah, there's a lot of scrap being produced by this mirror production. So the new mirror recipe it's more efficient in its input, but it produces absolutely massive quantities of scrap as an output. And you can see here we've got, right, on this bit of belt, there's 3 mirrors and about 10 pieces of scrap. So it's a crazy recipe. Let's have an actual look at that, because I'm sort of curious as to what the numbers actually are. Yeah, so for every mirror that's produced, it also produces 5 scrap, and that's why I'm generating quite so much at the moment. Now, my vague hope is that at some point things will calm down a little bit. This will be more or less full. In fact, this is nearly full. Well, these 4 chests are completely full. This one's half full, and this one's not at all. So we're about 2/3 of the way. We're a bit more than 2/3 of the way through filling these up, and then this system can stop. The train can stop rattling backwards and forwards all the time, at least until my factory over here kicks into full swing, and starts ripping through the mirrors in order to make the polarizing data. I think that one is. So yeah, for now that's it's basically working. Okay, so the next thing is these dead memory cards here. I need to think about those. They are going to need to be shipped out on another train. Now, I could put that in opposite this actually. Let's do that, because I feel like not that I'm running out of space, but I'm going to need quite a lot of extra pickup stations to be put in. So I think if I put this on this side, and this doesn't need to be quite such a big station. Do the thing. There we go, that thing. Can I fit that in, or is it going to intersect with this? Going to get in the way of that one. Let's move it a little bit further. Let's have it come out at the same position as this one does, because that looks sort of fairly neat. Then we can bring it down here and then bring it back in like that. This side and there. This one is going to be an LTN station though, so put some for that, and then a load of ground there for it to build on. So for this one, I can put in an LTN station like so. I want to copy. I'll copy that. Goes there. Oh, this is only just going to fit. Let's will that reach? Of course it won't reach. That'd be helpful. Let's try a little bit. Let's try pressing the right button on the. There we go. That. Oops, goodness sake. That's one of the problems with these warnings that pop up and being clickable. Every so often you click on one when you don't mean to, and it takes you off to some random part of the universe to show you something you don't care about. Okay, so you're doing dead memory cards, which is probably going to be in science. Yes, junk data cards. Nope. There we go. Copy that. And I don't know why I'm wiring these up by hand rather than copying. Excuse me. Have I copied this from somewhere? Yes, of course I do. Oh, idiot. Yes, I copied it from over here, so all the wiring is already in place. Duh. Right, okay. I do need to put in a box of numbers as well to make sure that we only pick up when we want to. Do I? Have I run out of these again? Yes, I have. Do. Have some beer while I wait for it to make things. Oh, it's making green circuits from scratch. No wonder it's taking a long time. While that's waiting, do I have a pickup station that I can copy from? I must do. Yeah, down here. These would be a good one. These would be good ones. Where's its box? There's its box, hidden behind that pylon. Alright, so we need to put down one of these, say, here. Program it. Provide priority. I don't care about provide priority, because as long as they all get picked up at some point, I don't need to prioritize them being collected from here. That doesn't matter. Stack threshold 40, so it fills a train. Network 1. Yeah, that'll do. Wire it up. Bink, bunk. Right, okay, so now when this fills up, we'll get a train coming along to pick it up, to collect it all and take... Well, I was going to say take it off somewhere useful to be recycled, but that's not actually true at the moment because there's nowhere... It's not actually currently being taken anywhere. That's coming soon. But yes, not just yet. I still need to go and get some particle accelerators. I have a feeling these are the ones that require laser turrets, and so I'm not sure I've got very many of them. I may need to rip apart the existing red circuit. No, red circuit? No, what am I actually doing at the moment? Energy science production facilities on the other side. But oh well. Extend these while I'm here, and probably the rest of them as well. Get all my resources up to the top. You appear to be a belt. Oh, that'll be uranium. I don't think I need any more. I don't think I need that anywhere else. Let's not extend that one yet. Yeah, so uranium is a slightly funny one at the moment. I don't have a sufficient supply of uranium up here yet, as you can see by the fact there isn't any down here being passed through. And that's because it is being made down on Norvis, but only in relatively small quantities at the moment, and I haven't managed to fill a rocket up. I have also just used up all of my belts doing that. Okay, so I think the next thing to do is start thinking about more exciting sciences, or more exciting data types that I've not done before, because this is all relatively old hat. I've done this has been done, so now I want to get on and do more exciting things. So the first obvious one is that one that appears to have the London Eye on it, and I've no idea what it's called, so I'm going to have to look it up here. This one here, force field data, because this is the one that requires the polarizing data and the electromagnetic field data to be passed into it in order to make it, and as well as holmium cables, which is so that's plastic and holmium. Yes, okay, we've got holmium, we've got holmium, we've got plastic, so I can make those. Good. Then we need these two to be brought in, and then we need supercooled thermofluid, which is it's one of these pipes. I don't know, probably one of these over here. I don't know which one. I don't really care. I can bring that up here, so I've got that. Then we're going to be spitting out blank data cards. That's awkward, but okay. And junk data cards and contaminated scrap thermofluid. Okay, so this is all relatively straightforward, except for the blank data cards. But I'll worry about those in a soon. Okay, let's slap down some of this. I think I need a big area of it, but I've only actually got about 500 of it, so this is going to, yeah, do that rather quickly. So we bring in a belt like this. This belt is going to have both plastic and holmium on it, and then we're going to have some of these. I believe you can make holmium cables in these things. They're probably in here. Yes, there we go. Holmium cables. Good. That's nice and straightforward. You can spit that back out again and immediately run out of belts. Great. I'll deal with that momentarily. And by momentarily, I mean very briefly. So then we have that and data cards. And what do you make those things in? The London Eye things. So just oh, it doesn't even take in data cards. It just takes in the two those things is, and they're made in an electromagnetics facility. That's that one. So we need one of these here. I've left room for the coolant to get in. That's good. Just. So we need. Oh no, I haven't, because I'm going to need two belts bringing stuff in. So it could go there. Let's try and be. All right, I'm going to need to go and get some more of this stuff. I suppose I can pick a bit of this up at least. This is a slow process. Yeah, it's not a good time for internet to keep cutting out. I mean, it sounds a little harsh to say it, Andrew, but at least it's your internet, not mine. It'd be a rather awkward stream if my internet was cutting out. Right, okay, so we're going to have this one as the near one, and then the far belt is going to go here, and that's going to bring in the two science data cards that I'm building up down wherever it is, somewhere down here. I think it's this belt. Polarization and electromagnetic. Yeah, that's making polar. Yes, so it's this belt is the one that comes in here. Great. I should go on a resupply mission moment in a fairly soon. And then we have one of these up here. Shall I line it up with this one? Yeah, let's line it up with this one. Just keep the place neat. So that can go there. And we'll then have a pipe coming in along here. Actually, no, I don't even need that. Better idea. I can just bring it in like along here. So I didn't need to shift this up a bit, but to be honest, it's good to have a bit of space available. We'll then have a short inserter and a long inserter, and that'll load in all of those things. I presume I don't have any of those. That'd be crazy. Yeah, this is a slow enough process. It takes 10 seconds to do it to run in this machine. So having a long inserter isn't going to be a problem there. We'll then have a inserter unloading, exerting in fact, and once again we have underground pipes here to take out the hot stuff. That can go onto the belts down here. The pipes down here. Also going to need a belt across the top there, of course, to take the data cards out. And then that can come down here. That can join in with all the rest of them. Now at this point, we can start having stations in here that will pick up the various types of data, and take them off. No, I take all that back. I can't do that yet. In fact, this should probably be a bit further up. I should be making the tier 1 catalogs in here, and then feeding them out to a station, so I don't end up with quite so many of them shoved on belts down here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So let's go off and do I have any computers? I don't know. I can't see them. Yeah, construction resupply train would be good. The problem is though, because I find with the all the space sciencey stuff, there are so many different machines you need to use, whether it's biochem facility, decontaminate, or genetics, or growth, or mechanical facility. There's so many different ones that having all of them at the same time feels impractical. I almost need to plan ahead, and as you might have noticed, that's not really one of my strong points. Hi Daniel, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Are you another Factorio player? I imagine so. I would expect most people who are turning up to a space exploration stream are probably already fairly deep into the game themselves, because it's possibly a little much for your average person who's just delving into vanilla. So it's. But that said, if either way, I mean, maybe you'll find it interesting. Yeah, 15 of those will do. That's presumably a stack. I needed a diddly squat electrum EM facility. Yes, that was the one. And I'm also going to need some particle accelerators, but I don't think I have any of these. I think I'm going to need to get something making those. No, there's none of those at the moment. All right, let's go and try and make a particle accelerator, see what it needs. Here is my machine of making all the things. So let's tell it to stop making those particular all the things and start making these ones. And that needs accumulators. Do we have accumulators in the box of doom? No, we do not. I think I had some in my inventory though. There we go. That one. Now what are you short of? Accumulators. Are you trying to summon? You are trying to summon accumulators, but there aren't any. Great. Okay, well, it looks like I'm stuck with one particle accelerator, which I think is going to be a bit of a problem, because I think I'm going to be using this to make that one immediately, and also I need to make, was it pink? Yeah, so I need to make need to make the blue stream, which is the ion stream, blue clouds, the one up about level, yeah, the blue clouds, from the orange clouds, and I don't need pink clouds at the moment, but I am going to need green clouds, and that also needs a particle accelerator. So yeah, I'm going to need a second one. Since we don't seem to have any being built, and we don't seem to have pink science being made at the moment, I am very tempted to just steal this one, like that. So yeah, I think that'll do me for now. Have I got those 15 computers I requested? Yes, I have. I've got the electromagnetic facilities. Okay, I think that will at least allow me to get, well, it'll certainly allow me to get tier 1 done. With any luck, did I pick up any? No, I didn't pick up any scaffold. With any luck, it'll also allow me to get a decent chunk of tier 2 done. What sort of nonsense I've got in my inventory? Let's get rid of some of this. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this stuff later, because at the moment I don't need sand up here in space, so this is a bit silly to dump it into these boxes, but I also don't really want to be carrying it around with me, so I am just going to get rid of all of this rubbish out of my inventory. That I'm going to hang on to. That's useful. This should all be in there. Let's make sure that's not something I'm summoning. No, it's not. Good. What else? I'm not going to need that up here. Those are useful. Those are not useful. That's not useful. That's not... Well, it is sort of useful, but not right now. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Right, now I can claim an enormous quantity of this stuff. There we go. And go off and get on with it. Okay, fly across the world again and have some more beer. Hobgoblin. Yeah, well, I'll leave it up to you guys to judge whether my Factorio play degrades during the stream as I get further and further into this beer. That said, it is only one, so I think I should be okay. Although, actually, come think of it, I did have a couple at lunchtime as well, but don't care about milking. Right, do that bit. So this belt needs to come up here. Oh, actually, no, I need to move all of this up. So let's do this first. Oops. Oh well, I'm going to need it there anyway. Do that. All of this goes... How much space do I need for a row of computers? Not that much. Let's just leave that on the copy paste buffer for now. And so right, let's see. So the computers, they need 2 belts on input. Then we need the computers themselves, which are those. Keep them lined up with everything else. Let's put in 2 of them for now. Give them power. And tell them to make energy catalog 1. So these are going to, there, again, these require coolant, but I can bring that in, not with that, with this. Now, is this going to fit? Yes, there's still 2 square. I can't put the power there. Can I put the power there and have it reach? Yes, I can. Well, I can have it reach the the inserters, and then I can have another one up here that will power the exerters. And because up here you only need 1, I think. Yeah, I only need 1 exerter, so it's going to be okay. Like that. Let's put these in so I don't forget where the pipes are. And then, right, okay, so we need a splitter there to do that. And then where's the other one? Here's the other one. And we go underground like so. There. So I've split this one because this is the one that's required further up for, you know, shenanigans and stuff. Also known as more advanced energy data. So the one with the London Eye on it that requires the inputs of the earlier ones. But this is just going to produce the catalog ones. So put in that, I guess. And then that. Yeah, that should do, I think. I feel like I've overdone it a little bit with the power poles, and I need to get into the habit of using the what do we call it? The huge area thing, substations, because they're so much more efficient. But I haven't. So yeah. So what's that? That's 2 blobs of thermofluid cold, which is this one. Yes. That's in the wrong place. That should be a square further along, like that. And what's the best way to do this? Probably to go... Yeah, probably to go under again, and then loop, and then curve round, I think. That. And then this one won't be long enough for a long pipe, will it? Oh, yes, it will. Okay, cool. I'll use one of them. And then we can curl this round like that. Gloop. Oh, and then we need another pipe in there. Like that. And then go across like this. And try and remember where warm is. Here, this one is warm. Yeah, close enough. Now what's... I think I'm just going to use pipe for this, like that. Then we can go underground with the belts. Okay, so that's that. That is now done, hooked up, and will work once we get the inputs we need. Now, this needs to be told to produce blue clouds, which I think it should just do. What else does it need? Oh, it needs copper. Why is it not being given copper? Oh, it's being given copper. Why are you not producing orange clouds? Because you need chemical gel. Ah, yes, I remember. I need chemical gel. I forgot about that. Now, I was talking about this at the end of the last stream. I do have chemical gel down here being dropped off in all the ways you'd expect, but winding the pipe up from here is going to be kind of awkward. I mean, it's not impossible. I'd probably have to bring it out across this way and run up the middle and then come back across, which is a bit of a mess. I think a better idea will probably be to bring it up to... Oh, there isn't room in here to put in a fluid unloadery. I could have another station here. That might be the easiest way to do it. Yeah, let's forget about that station down there. At some point, I'll try and tidy up that chemical gel and bring it up to another station. But for now, I'm not going to. I'm just going to do this. Ooh, that's a bit big. There and about there, I think. So whack in a yes, that is an LTN station. Good. And a pump to unload that, and a tank to dump it into. Actually, in the interest of planning ahead, let's put this here, because then if I decide I do want to unload another fluid at this station, I'll be able to. And we need 2 tanks for an unloading station. There should probably be power running up the middle of this, if I can find a place where there's actual space for it. Like that. And then I can just shove that there, and it'll get power from somewhere. Good. And I need a box. Number box. Go in there. Then we link it all up. Actually, we don't link it all up yet. We program it first before we link it up, because otherwise there will be sadness. Right, so because we don't want that, we do want that. The rest of it, yeah, looks fine. I don't know what oh no, that request threshold should be changed. Does anyone know how stack request a stack thresholds work with liquids? What counts as a stack of liquid? So don't 10,000 seems like a good number. No, it doesn't. That minus 2. 2,000 seems like a better number. Cable, cable, cable. Boom, 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 boom. And now we should immediately, yeah, get a train turning up with some. Oh, well, trying to turn up. Where does the station end? Okay, well, I'll put one more of these in. Then we'll go like that and that. Oh, good, it does just fit. Thank goodness for that. Signals, like, signals everywhere. Not there. Okay, so that's now going to be my orange goo coming in. Need to decide where to put that. I assume there's a pipe. Yes, there is a pipe here. So can't use that one. Fallen off the world. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess the chemical gel is going to be in a pipe about here. Do that. Can I fit in a second one? Yes, I can. Excellent. Well, no, I exactly can't. Let's move that up one. There we go. Now I can run this. Oh, okay. So essentially a stack of fluid is one fluid. That's reasonably sensible. I can deal with that. Thank you. I mean, it might not literally be meant like that, but it's effectively if it's essentially a fluid has a stack size of 1. Yeah, so I can deal with my brain can wrap around that. So things are going to should work reasonably sensibly with that. Okay, so there we go. We're making some orange clouds. And I am going to continue calling them that because it seems like quite a good name to them as far as I'm concerned. Let's make the blue clouds. This is a slow one, isn't it? Oh yes, I remember over here when I was doing this before. No, not there. There. I had 3 of these machines to 1 of these, and that was a good balance. They were they ran at the same speed, so I might need to put some more of these in. But for now it's a proof of concept. I'm not worried so much about throughput as I am about just making sure that it produces the damn stuff. This is slow. 10 second. This is not a 10-second crafting time, unless this has a crafting. This is a crafting. Oh, I'm running out of electricity. Oh yes, I remember. These things are horrendously energy hungry. There we go. I'll give it an efficiency module. Yeah, these things take. Well, this is running at minus 20%, and it's minus 80%, and it's still taking 20 megawatts. Okay, it's time to not be able to control my own game. Time to come down here and add to my power generation capabilities. Now, if I remember correctly, that isn't going to... Oh, it does reach. That's all right, then. Oh, yeah, it's when you try and put it like that, so you can get the next row across that it doesn't reach, I remember. Okay, so that's tripled my energy production. Is that now in... Well, of course it's enough now. The other that crazy machine has stopped. But, yeah, we are now capable of producing 56 megawatts. So we'll see how that goes. And these are nice and easy to make now, so I'm not too worried about just building up as many of these as I need. Okay, so is that... Why are you not? Oh, you need data... I've not put the inserters in. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Right. So let's just watch. Let's just stare intently at this and make it feel slightly awkward and guilty, and we'll see if it actually produces the things I want it to. Okay, that's not too full. That's all right. And okay. I've not put the exerters on it either. There we go. So we've got a 95% chance of producing the data, 4% chance of it just failing, and a 1% chance of nothing happening at all. Great. Well, no. Take that back. 95% chance of it working, 4% chance of the data card just becoming corrupted, and a 1% chance of the data card just being eaten. That's sensible. So this one is the other one that goes onto that, isn't it? Yeah, so they go along here to be made into... Oh, I need to extend these. Well, I need to extend the lower one anyway. Yeah, so good, that's now working, and we've now got all of them except the radiation data coming through here. And that's the one that requires the uranium, and the problem is... And this is going to require a trip back to Norvis at some point. Where am I? Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, I've not got enough machines doing Covarex enrichment, so I've got oodles and oodles of supply of the heavy coming through. Actually, I've not got that much of it. We're using like 2/3 of it, so I might need to extend that as well. But at the moment, this is Covarexing away happily, and every so often we get a spurt of 10 of them being produced coming out like that, which is great. And I've used the chest way of doing it because it's just the easiest and simplest way to do it. So we've got a chest here that gets filled up by all the stuff that comes out of the machine, out of the centrifuge, and also reloads the centrifuge, and then this one will empty it whenever there's more than 100 in the chest. It doesn't need to be 100, 50 is probably enough, but I thought best to go high than to go low. I don't want this to grind to a halt, because we've seen what happens when that happens, and I get very, very sad. So this, and I've also got a connection across here, so this will only work when there's no dark U238 in the box, because otherwise the box just fills up with uranium 238, which isn't ideal. So yeah, this is, and then, so every so often one of these stack inserts will be triggered. It'll pull 10 out. It'll goes around here, find its way down into this station here, which has so far got up to, oh, it's 10,000 in there now, so we're halfway to there being a train ready. And eventually, once that gets to 20,000, it'll all be brought across to here and dropped off in this station and put into this rocket. But that hasn't happened yet because there's so bloody many of them. Also, I thought I requested a roboport up here somewhere. Apparently not, though. Put that there. Hooray, a rocket landing and partly crashing. Yeah, this is the problem with my vulcanite coming all the way from Ganymede. It means there's a much higher probability of things of the rocket having some kind of a problem. Sometimes the problem is just one of the crates gets lost and crash lands here or somewhere nearby. Sometimes the entire rocket just rains down parts across the whole area around here, and that's particularly annoying when it happens, because then it takes about 3 days for the construction bots to clear it all up and put it into this box here that will then... No, this box... What? Why are you a... What? No, not you. You. Just empty that box into there. Anyway, yeah, so every so often a rocket just explodes and scatters vulcanite over a huge area around here, and then it takes the construction bots a long time to pick it all up, because you tend to get something like 50,000 vulcanite in whenever that happens. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess. On the plus side, we seem to have vulcanite down here again now, which is nice. So, where was I? Oh yes, I was thinking about... I was making more science. Right, so let's put down some more scaffold, like so, nice and neatly. Now for paste, yes, good, I have still got it on my paste buffer. That's good. I was going to try and line these up, wasn't I? So that goes here. This belt goes here, because that's that one for feeding into this science-a-majigger. And then we need plastic and holmium here. So there's holmium, and there's running out of space. Boop. Boop. Okay, so I need a splatter. Go there. And then we go underground. Doop, doop, boop. And then we do the same with plastic, which is this. No, that's memory cards. Do I even have plastic here? I do not. Huh. Okay. Another one of these. So this is why I overbuilt this station down here. I knew there was going to be extra stuff I needed that I forgot. So from here, I can tell this to be a plastic grabber. That's that one. Soap bar of soap. Nope. Copy across there. And then I also want to summon in plastic. So I'll say minus 200, I guess. And then we should get some plastic in. And that's going to be in this one here, next to the material science chest, case, brick, whatever those things are called. It's in this one. We need to come out here. There's a lot of pipes here, but there's nothing I can do about that. We're just going to have to go straight over the top of them. Actually, there's not a lot of pipes. There's just the one, so it's not so bad. Am I in the right place? No. Goes across that. There we go. And so that's my cables. Now, what do you need? You're making these ones, and you also need super cooled coolant, right? Which one's that? Is that you? Yes, that's this one. Of course, that doesn't fit, so I'm going to need to use the arse. All right, I'm going to need to use an underground belt for that, underground pipe for that first bit. Do it like this. Space pipes are so expensive. I kind of try to avoid. I don't really want to use the underground pipes too much, which is why I've got these these pipes of long. But they're a bit awkward. I probably should have made some pipes of medium as well, but I didn't. So never mind. Also, I know this gap's too big. How much is too big by that much? Okay. Right, that's my first tier 2 data card type being constructed now. I do need to have an output pipe for this as well, of course. Which is which is this one. That's going to be too long, yeah. Like that. So we have disposal there. All right, so we have. Let's pick up some of this. I should have put in the splitters sooner. Right. So what are we producing here? We are producing the actual thing that we want: blank data cards, junk data cards, contaminated scrap, and thermofluid. So let's break out the contaminated scrap first, because that's easy and we've that one's a known thing. Then the junk data cards for the same reason. Then I need to split out the good data cards and feed them back in somewhere. Now, I guess the sensible thing to do would probably be... Oh, no, the sensible thing to do would be just to pass them up a short distance to the next, whatever the next science is that I do here, and then we'll be able to just use them up immediately rather than having to faff them around over any sort of long distance. As I thought, I could just handcraft stuff, couldn't I? So these ones have got... What's that, sir? It's got... Oh, it's a 3, 5, 7, 9, and 15. Yeah, probably a good idea. So here we want... That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 9. A 9 would do. So let's make a 9. That's true. Maybe I should just do it like this. What do they cost to make? Oh, so you just make them out of space pipes. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing then. Thank you. Good tip. Put that in there. That there. That there. And I can't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do a 7er for that one. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I've noticed that some of them have the connectory dooblies in the middle, but the long ones. So this one, I mean, that is supposed to be. Oh, I see. Yes, this one does, but that one doesn't. Yeah, I see what you mean, Tristan. Yeah, I think I'd noticed that these ones did, and got the impression that the long pipes did have a connection in the middle, and then built the really long ones and found they didn't, and got very confused and thought I must have misremembered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to start doing this everywhere now. Okay, so that is now wired up correctly, I think. So I'm actually going to swap that one over. So we have... Okay, where are my disposal things? Okay, so that's slightly unfortunate. This one seems to be lined up with that. So let's have the that one there, and then this one can go here, because then I'm going to drop it straight onto here like this. So we've got contaminated on the right, and the other one on the left. Gonna need... It's nice that you can now drag... I don't know why I did that smaller, actually, because I probably want to fill this in as well. It's nice that you can now drag belts and things, just like this, but it'd also be even nicer if you could drag other stuff as well. I do have a train out of fuel somewhere. Where is that? Norvis Orbit. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, this one needs to have some... I need to run a vulcanite belt up from here. I'll go and sort that in a minute. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't see the flashy thing. Okay, so we have contaminated coming out here. Front out belts again. Silly thing is, I ran out of belts because I didn't even need to put this one in for the scrap, at least not yet. So, oh, but I'm going to need it for. I'm going to need one for the. Oh, okay, that makes sense. If they're called junction pipes, yeah, it would be a logical name for them. So, if they junction, which they clearly do, that can go there. This one is going to be just going on to here, this sort of level, or this level rather, and I don't need to put in a underground for that because there's not going to be anything else coming through here because this is where I'm passing through sort of intermediate products, so that's okay. I am going to need to have a way out for these at some point. Say don't let me forget. Right, let's go and sort out that junk train, because, well, I need... Oh no, actually, let's go and get belts first so that I can sort out the junk train. Then let's sort out the junk train. Then I can get back to doing the science. Bring me stuff, my hordes of flying monkeys. Yeah. Come to me, my robotic friends. Is that taking stuff away from me as well? Okay, that seems to be done. Let's head down here. Okay, so we need to bring this vulcanite up to the train and load it in. So I'm going to put down a bit more of that. Put in a splatter. Just run it up here like this. Nice and easy. And let's be a little bit more economical with the scaffolding. Oh, not quite long enough. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, whoever told me that trains can run off vulcanite... Oh no, you weren't lying to me. It just, the train hadn't stopped here. That's alright. Or train wasn't stopped there, it had just moved out of the station, so it wasn't picking up stuff. Right, where are you going? Just up here, I assume. This is where most of the scrap seems to come from. Hopefully those 7 pieces of vulcanite... Hopefully those 7 pieces of vulcanite will be enough fuel for it to go up round here and back down again, and it looks like it because it's got through about two-thirds of one just on the way up there. So vulcanite doesn't seem to go very far when you use it as train fuel, but never mind. I do have quite a lot of it available, so I think that's not a problem. Right, back to the science. So that was the first one, and that is essentially working. Was it you? I can't remember. I can't remember whether it was just you who mentioned that they can. But you appear to be right, so you know, no complaints there. Right. Oh yeah. So I need to make actually I need to make another station. This time for picking up the defunct memory. Oh no, I made the defunct memory card station already. So that's this belt. Oh, okay. I thought this was scrap, not memory cards. I am not aware of the secret. I'm going to assume that that's something to do with the dark pyramids on the planets, which I haven't really looked into yet. So who knows? We shall see when I get there, I suppose. Right, let's put some of these things in here just to get rid of them. You can have those as well, and those, and that, I suppose. There we go. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the I don't even know what this is. I've just been calling it the London Eye Science. What is it called? Oh, force field data. There we go. So that's the force field. The next one is a material shenanigans, and that requires blue clouds, which I've already started making. So let's do that one next. Let's do the other blue cloud data. Biggen. Yeah, about that much. So how do I make the because this is the atomic data. Material testing pack, blank data cards, blue clouds, and it produces atomic data and contaminated scrap. Okay. Why are you not? Oh, because it's full of memory cards, that's why. Fair enough. So what I'm going to do here, actually, I'm going to try and be clever, which means this is probably all going to go horribly, horribly wrong, but I'm going to try. Let's see, this is made in a particle collider, which of course no, it's a particle accelerator, not a particle collider, only the opposite. Okay. I don't care about speed of the trains up here. I'm running them off coal, so that's absolutely fine. I could convert it into rocket fuel, but I don't care too much about that. Okay, Mo. Yeah, I mean, when I did my Angel Bobs run through before, I decided to have space exploration installed as well. So not only did I do all of the stuff up to launching a rocket with Angel Bobs, I then had to launch a bajillion of them because some of the space exploration researches take about 2 million. This requires accumulators as well. Damn it! Some of the space exploration things space expansion things. Sorry, this is space exploration. Require like 2 million science. So yeah, that took quite a long time, and I launched a lot of Angel Bobs rockets. That was a big job. I have this bad habit. I mean, I think it took me about 2 years to finish. That's not 20. It took me about 2 years to finish the Angel Bobs run I was doing with as a stream, which is a bit crazy. Am I summoning accumulators? I hope so. Yes, I am summoning accumulators. Let's summon more accumulators because lots of things seem to require them. And how is my rocket doing on Norvis? Are we getting remotely close to one being ready to come up? No, it's only about half full. Great. And it does have some accumulators in it. And this should be summoning some more. Yes, it is. Right. So I might need to launch this rocket part full, I think. Because I'm running out. I need these accumulators in order to make the particle colliders that it's asking for. Well, the rest of it is relatively unnecessary, but it's just keeping the supplies of things up for the western half of the space station. Oh, and it's bringing up the scaffolding. That's a very good use for it. Can I get that to just actually let's request more scaffolding because that's a thing I am using massive quantities of and not making up here and not bringing up in any other way. So actually, I've got 20,000 at the moment already. Let's make that 30,000. That'll fill the rocket up quite nicely. Okay, we may have to wait a while for that to come through. Let's have a look. These things that require weird stuff like accumulators is kind of annoying. There's 15 in there at the moment, so if I go and nick those other 5 and tell it not to make that instead. Oh, and I need holmium cable. There's so many things. So up here, I happened to notice there were a handful of accumulators, so I need 5 of these. Can steal some of them. And there's probably going to be some holmium up here somewhere. Oh yes, it's down there. I see it. And I'm going to need some. I've probably got some. No, I haven't got some copper. Let's get some copper. And then I can make. It wasn't copper. It was plastic, because holmium is a conductor. That's the whole point of it. That's why we're using it. We're using it because it's better than copper. So now I can make. I've forgotten what I needed. Holmium cable. I think there were some laser. I think there were some laser turrets. I hope there were some laser turrets. But yeah, it's got laser turrets. That's fine. What? How many does it need? 100 holmium cables. Right. I'm going to go back and get some more. What have I run out of? Holmium. Jeez. I wasn't really keeping track of how many of those I've made. I suppose a particle accelerator or a particle collider requiring these exotic types of cable makes a certain sense. I'm still short of accumulators. There we go. Where'd it go? Oh, it went in here. That one. It makes a certain sort of sense, because I can imagine you need sort of... You end up wrapping exotic cables around where the atoms go, I suppose, in order to collide them. So, you know, electromagnetic fields and all that. So, yeah, it makes a sort of sense. I do need to build up a more effective way of making all of these things. I'm tempted to put together some sort of shopping mall type thing at some point. But obviously I haven't done that yet. Where was it? That one, collider. So if I put that here and tell it to make those ones. Oh, it doesn't even need coolant. That's convenient. Now, the reason I've done this is because if I empty out like this, then the contaminated scrap is just going to go straight onto down here and down this one, as we hoped, and the data cards are going to drop onto here and head off and go down this one on the other side. So that's going to work out nicely for exactly the way I want it. Thank you. I don't often get called entertaining, so I appreciate that, Mo. Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely keep at it, and hopefully you'll keep enjoying. Right, let's see. As I say, I think it's going to take me quite a long time to finish, especially if there's massive quantities of secrets and things like that to mess around with. So yeah, you may be in for the long haul, but it sounds like sounds like you'll appreciate that. Input priority, right. Next, I haven't really decided. I think I'm sort of leaning towards astronomic, partly because I want spaceships, because they look awesome, because they're spaceships, and partly because I have this sort of feeling that the astronomic science is the easiest or the most basic, and therefore it's a good place to start. You know, as what's her name from Sound of Music? Maria from Sound of Music said, start at the very beginning. Don't jump in with the difficult ones before you do the easy ones. But I started doing energy science because I wanted the improved substations. That's the main reason I did it, I think. That goes in there. Yeah, in a mall they would make a certain amount of sense. I don't know if you noticed, but I've got Logibots bringing various things up to wherever they're needed. So like the accumulators that we'd run out of, or the laser turrets that we put in there, those are all being brought over by logistics bots. Because yeah, it's the only really I think it's the only sane way to do it, to be honest. Where do you reach to there? Yeah, it just seems to be enormous quantities of various different types of telescopes, and then lots and lots of the. I mean, I've done the tier 1 of it over here, of course. So it's just it seems to be just massive quantities of these slide things, even more telescopes, orreries, and then to shove it all in here. So yeah, there's nothing particularly complicated there. It's not like it's producing massive quantities of scrap. It's not producing any well, there's actually no, there's a little bit of side effects, side byproducts, that's the word, coming out here, but basically it's just relatively straightforward. I like to think I'm pretty good at maths, so hopefully the arcosphere stuff will be manageable, but yeah, I've seen the word bandied around. I know virtually nothing about it though, so we'll see how that goes when I get to it. I don't know. I'm enjoying the mod pack very much. Oh no, don't do that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep going with it. See how it goes. See where I get to. And yeah, as I say, I finished Angel Bob's with space expansion, so I clearly have a fairly high tolerance for playing Factorio in the more difficult ways that you can. So yeah, I expect I'll finish it. I guess we'll see. Right, so there's orange clouds coming out there, blue clouds coming out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, about 11. 11 pipe. Is there an 11 pipe? There isn't an 11 pipe. A 9 pipe I'll have to do then. Boom. Ooh, not like that. No, I didn't go to the. That's definitely not off topic. I didn't go to the new planet. Sorry, the new system until I had until there was basically essentially this reason to go. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I think I might have I might have done targeted research, or I might have just done. Oh, I think in here you've got the zone discovery. I think I just kept hitting these. As you can see, I've done like 10 of them, or maybe it can't have been targeted zone discovery. But I did do the thing where you go in here and you say, I'm specifically interested in. Where is it? Zone discovery. Here we go. I said I was specifically interested in vulcanite at the time. But yeah, I did loads and loads of zone discoveries, and that was one of the ones that cropped up. So, take from that what you will. I'm afraid I don't know exactly how. I don't really know exactly how the system works. So I'm all I can do is tell you what I did. Blue clouds, go. Blue clouds. Why are there no blue clouds? Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? I mean, yeah. What are you doing? Why are you not? Oh, I see. You're waiting for this one to thing. All right. This is clearly hit a bottleneck already, and I've not even got to the point of starting to produce attempting to produce science at a rate. So I'm going to triple this, because clearly that's not enough. That's not quite right, but it'll do. Leave a gap because they do funny businesses. There we go, another gap. Have you connected? Yes. Yeah, yes. And yes, and yes, yeah, okay. Would you connect any further? Yes. Okay, let's save some pipes. There we go, and therefore presumably here as well. Oh. I thought I picked up some plasma generators, but apparently not. I must have picked up a few of everything else. There's electromagnetic facilities and thermodynamics facilities I've got. Yeah, I thought that the zone discovery was only supposed to be local system as well, so I'm not quite sure why it picked that one up. But then I think my brother was playing with a another game of it, and he managed to find a planet, a vulcanite planet that was way outside the solar system as well. So I don't know. Maybe vulcanite planets glow a bit, so you can spot them easily with a telescope. Yeah, I have noticed that there don't seem to be many other people playing space exploration on YouTube. I'm on the space exploration Discord, so I see the sort of the posts where people make announcements, and I think the announcements channel on Discord is basically just me. I'm the only person who's streaming and doing videos. At least that they're saying on at least they're talking about on the Discord. But that said, other people who are just posting screenshots of what they've been up to in space exploration have got much further than me. So there are a lot of people playing. They just aren't doing doing it on YouTube or presumably or Twitch either. Yes, I did electronic engineering as a degree. I've always been fairly mathsy and just generally logical, I suppose. So this sort of thing, it sort of works with my brain, I guess, or my brain works with it, depending on which way around you look at it. Okay, now I need to make the football science cards. That's these ones. Subatomic data, apparently. And that's going to need the green clouds. Green clouds are awkward largely because I've run out of plasma accelerators at this point. Oh, okay, there we go. So zone discovery is outside the Calidus system, and just launching satellites finds the local ones. That makes sense. I'm going to take that as a compliment, Mo. Right, so I'm going to need one of these, I think, to make the green clouds. Oh, I've got one of those. Oh, of course I did. I stole the one from my other science facility, so it's not going to make any more of that. Never mind. And I want you to make green clouds, so that means I need a feed of iron. Jeez, where's iron coming from? No, not M, J. Down here somewhere. I might even bring... Yes, there we go, iron. Is this actually just going to go straight through? It is. My bus system is working perfectly. I just whacked that all the way up there without any problems. Doop. So that needs to go in there. Oh, it needs to go in the same place. All right, put it there instead. In fact, better idea. Let's put that there, and then come across like this. And there's plenty of room over here to come down here and across like that. And then I'll put that there. There we go. And then that. All right. Yeah, it's horrible. Actually, better idea. That can go there. That can go there. There we go. Now we come down here, and somewhere down here will be orange clouds. Here we go. This one. Right, so we definitely need more plasma generators now because I've got 2 machines pulling off that one thing, and they seem to require about 3 of them to power 1. So at least 1 for making blue clouds, and green clouds may well be the same. I should probably actually look at what these things are, shouldn't I? So that's a proton stream. What are the blue clouds? So plasma stream can make ion streams and proton streams, also particle streams and antimatter. Well, antimatter streams are purple clouds. I am going to carry on calling them clouds of the appropriate colour. I'm sure everyone's going to be able to get their heads around that easily enough. In fact, probably more easily than if I used the correct names. It's like calling this whole thing purple science, or all of the original ones just by their colours. It's just so much easier. Right. So what do I do with that? It goes into a football machine. No, FNEI, that one. Data. And we make these in a particle collider again. Of course you do. which isn't going to fit. So we'll go there. I'm going to leave a gap, and I'm going to reckon on putting stuff in on the top side, I think, for this. I need to go and get these machines so I can tell what's actually going on. Okay, so we've got one solid input, and we've got, well, on average, one solid output as well, and it takes 5 seconds. Okay, so I don't need to worry about which one, whether I have the fast inserters on the input or the output. They're both going to be pretty easy. So I'll start off with the input and then output, just because it feels logical that way around. In fact, that's just memory cards going into that, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right, I'm going to need to go and get some more machines of various types. So in the particle colliders, I need the orange cloud makers. Basically, I need that rocket to come up and bring me all the supplies I need to carry on doing stuff. It presumably hasn't come up yet. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see how full it is, and whether it's got all the stuff I demanded. Oh, it's about yeah, it's about 2/3 full. I think I might just launch it because rockets are relatively cheap anyway at this point. Got decent amount of this. Is still, yeah, it's still trickling the the scaffolding through after I told it I actually want an enormous quantity. But that's okay. Oh, it brings some more belts in. That's useful. In fact, let's see how many belts am I actually requesting. It hasn't been a problem yet, so however many it is, it appears to be enough. Oh, 6,000. Yeah, that is quite a lot actually. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick loo break. So I'll please hold. I shall be back momentarily, and then we'll see, and then we'll launch the rocket. But actually, I'm going to request some more laser. I'm going to tell it to request some more laser turrets and some more accumulators as well first, because those seem to be things that I suddenly need more than I was expecting to of. That one. I know I increased this already, but I'm going to increase it further because I'm greedy. What's going on there? Oh dear. I'll have a look at that in a second. Right, back in a mo. Right, back again. So why was LTN complaining that I had a why is my keyboard not working? Hello, keyboard. I can't even pause it because I can't press. Okay, maybe my keyboard is now working. That's odd. Right. So what was I saying? Oh yes, LTN was complaining about a train leaving a station with an unexpected cargo. It was talking about leaving a mirror station, and mirrors are being brought round to here. Have I got anything in here? Oh, okay. That's a problem. So presumably that means the iridium over here is either not over here, is not linked into the thing properly, or I'm requesting too much of it. So here, What are you requesting at the moment? Okay, a lube, that's alright. What are you set to for the iridium? Okay, 1,000. Maybe that's too much. Let's fit 1,000 in a chest. I think I might tell these to go back over there and empty themselves out. Go to there. Until empty. Also you go to there until empty. Right, well I've tidied it up. I don't know. Oh, is this one where I haven't set up the stacks and demands properly? Yeah, that's... Let's change that to about 20. See if that works. I'm slightly concerned that if I don't balance these numbers correctly, that we'll get trains just not being requested. We'll see. I think there should be room in here for it to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I was going to launch another rocket, wasn't I? Let's see. That's... Yeah. I'm just going to launch it. I'm impatient. Launch it. I don't know why I'm even looking through there. It's all preset from last time this rocket went. So yeah, that should work without any problems. Get a load of miscellaneous extra stuff there, but I don't care. Okay, so that'll bring me loads of accumulators and laser turrets. So the things I need for. There we go. See, this one didn't crash any of it because it was only flew such a short distance. It was an easy flight. Okay, so I think the bot should automatically bring the bits over that I need once they're unloaded. So I can now So I now need to make more of those. Oh, so that's short of holmium. Holmium cable as well. So I mean I can make holmium cable by hand still. It seems a little bit silly. That should have been a shift click. Never mind. What I should probably do is put in a machine next to it that will just do it for me. Where have all my space assembly machines gone? Have I put them in here? Yes. Put that there. Yeah. Holmium cables. And put some plastic in there as well. Are you plastic? Yes, you are. This whole thing is a bit of a mess of sort of being built as an afterthought after afterthought. So I'm actually quite glad to be moving away from using this bus, because there are so many things along here that are a bit messy and a bit generally bad that I wish I'd done differently, or would have done differently if I thought of it, but I didn't think of it. So it needs some improvement, shall we say? Hurry up and unload. I don't like waiting for things in this game. I always just feel I should be off doing something else instead. In fact, yeah, I might as well just go and grab some of those accumulators that we need, and then just bring them over myself. I can be a logistics bot too, except I've lost where I'm going. Here I'm going. Right, so let's have a look, see what we need. So we've got the particle collider that goes up there. So that's one thing. I reckon I need to make some. I reckon I need to make some more of these particle accelerators as well, and I definitely need to make some plasma generators. So let's let that run. The annoying thing is, whenever you change what a machine what a machine makes, you have to then you end up with all of the bits and pieces in it. So all of this stuff will end up in my inventory when I change its recipe, and that's quite annoying. Let's get some more holmium. I really do need to make a more efficient and sensible way of producing all of this stuff and get some sort of mall system set up. But I say I haven't yet. Maybe that'll be something to do in between episodes at some point, because I've done the big mining thing on Kothar now. There's just tulip left to do, and which is where the vitamelange comes from. Yeah, the spaghetti always turns into this sort of thing, and it's because early on, making the scaffolding stuff was a fairly significant investment, I guess, for want of a better word. And I was putting a lot of effort into making the scaffolding, and I didn't have very much of it, so I was trying to be really efficient, which is why all of the belts along here have got one thing on either side of it. That's actually probably a really good idea, Gort. Yeah, I might. I'll do that instead. It'd be much easier. Okay, that's 4 of them. That's enough. So don't do that anymore. Do the big blue one instead. That's horrific. Oh dear. Boop, here they come. Yeah. So let's make a few of those, and the other thing was plasma generators, wasn't it? So let's take 3 of them. EM facilities. I mean, I've got 7 of them now. I don't want to fill my inventory up with stuff that I don't really need, but I'm not really quite sure exactly what I need at this point, so it's a little bit. What are you waiting for? Oh, you're waiting for more of the them. What happened to the 150 I brought over with me? Have they all gone into making these things? How many do those require? 20 accumulators. Okay, that is... Alright, that does seem to be most of them. Jeez. Okay, there's 1 blue one. 2 blue ones. Right, now I want you to start making... what was it? Those things, plasma generators, yes. That requires electric furnaces. Are you summoning electric furnaces? You should be, because I want them. What's the betting that this is something I haven't brought up with me? Oh no, it's gone yellow. There's 62 of them up here. That isn't a huge number actually, but it'll do for now, I hope. Oh, it only uses 4 of them. That's not so bad. Oh, we've not got any chemical plants. Oh, I didn't think of that. Didn't. Can I make them? What's it called? What do I need to make a chemical plant? Everything. Fine. Yeah, this is a little bit annoying having to go off and get. I don't even know if that was one of the things I needed. Stone bricks were definitely one of the things. That's that one. No, it's not. Where have those gone? There. Stone... Where's stone bricks? I'm sure I'm bringing stone bricks up somewhere. Fairly sure I'm bringing stone bricks. That's concrete. This is a silly business. Am I going to have to put up a furnace just to make stone bricks in space? Through just, you know, heat and smelting? I can't find it. I can't find stone bricks. Alright, I guess I'll be making them up here then. Give me some stone. Is that one? No, it's that one. Oh no, I didn't summon a load of... Do these even work in space? Cannot be placed on space platforms, so I need to use these things. Which I do actually have, that's convenient. Oh, this is a bit of a mess. Put that there. Make me some bricks. Go. Okay, so for chemical plant, I missed something. I know I did. I need glass as well. But was there anything else I need? No, just glass now. Glass I'm definitely bringing up. It's just finding it that's the issue. You glass. Yes, your glass. Also, my rocket to take things away is currently being difficult. So this one is waiting. As you can see by the amount of fuel it requires, it's trying to go off to Ganymede. I don't have a good enough supply of fuel at the moment. I should probably put in some. I need to put in a lot more of these, to be honest, because this is just taking forever to fill up. It's ridiculous. Or alternatively, maybe I should just be sending this somewhere else and then sending the one on Norvis off to Ganymede. That might make more sense because the fuel's easier to come by down there. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Andrew. I'll yeah, may end up resorting to that, doing it that way. You're right, it does make sense and it will be effective. Chemical plants there. Yeah, and I tried to have, as you can see here by the belts feeding in. I thought I thought I'd try and get in as many of the ingredients coming in by belt as possible and use the regressor chest as little as possible, but that's not enormously practical. It's just too difficult to get multiple machines with this many belts going into it, and I can't be bothered. So yeah, I think you're probably right. Just an area that is full of manufactories and full of logistics chests, just to get everything. And actually, once I start clearing stuff up around here and stop using this, I could just do it here in this sort of area because there's everything I need around here and there's lots of logistics control here. So yeah, I think that should be fine. I have not even heard of Combinator Labs, so no, I haven't thought about that. Nope, there doesn't seem to be such a thing as Combinator Labs. Fortunately, by the sounds of it. Here, I have some chemical plants. Chemical plants? Chemical plant. Where? Oh, there they are. Chug. Oh, and it takes 2 at a time. Great. Oh well, I've got 2 of them. I've got 3 plasma generators now. That's a start at least. Right. Flitty back over, and now I can actually get this bit built. And this will be my 3rd one, so there's only one more to do after this, which is quite nice. And then I'll have done the basic minimum of what I was thinking I should damn well be able to do in this stream. There we go. That's making the plasma a bit faster, or orange clouds if you prefer. And that's going to be making footballs. There we go. God, these machines are enormous. Oh, we need to feed coolant through this as well. Okay. That's not going to be too difficult. I'm okay with that. Fortunately. Oh right. To be honest, I was aware that there was going to be a massive quantity of different types of science packs required. I had two thoughts as to how I was going to deal with it. One was sushi belts, and the other was just to let's do. What's that? Yeah, that reaches there. There we go. One was sushi belts, and the other was to have an enormous number of belts and just spaghetti them all into, so every science is delivered to every science lab all the time. That seems like a much easier way to do it than to go through using combinators. To be honest, that might be me being lazy, but it does feel like a much easier way to do it. Okay. So we need to have this system again. Feeding them in here. And across like that. And then underground belt. Whoosh. And then what were we getting out? So we are getting out junk data cards. Okay, that's not a problem. We can deal with junk data cards. We've solved this problem. Junk data, those ones. Oh yeah, could do pass through. Yeah. It feels I don't know. It's going to slow it down in the if you have enough labs, but I mean you probably wouldn't. Chunk data cards is this one. It depends how long the research takes. And the thing is, what do we call it? The space science labs run very. So the science takes a very long time to do each one. So for example, this one is a 60-second science. This is a okay. They're all 60-second sciences mostly. But these run at almost 6 times speed. So actually only takes 10 seconds for each science to run. Now what I've done here, this is the spaghettiified way I was talking about of getting it all in. So you've got ignoring these are the obvious trivial way of doing it, and you can get two belts in that way. You can also then have, how many belts have I got here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 belts worth of science coming in here, and the extra 2 are just being brought across by splitters, and that's quite easy. I could have an additional one probably being wound in and out. I'm sure I could come up with ways of pushing more belts through, or I could do a sushi belt. And sushi belts are kind of fun, and I solved that in. I was playing a vanilla game with one of my friends, or mostly vanilla game with one of my friends a while ago, and so while he was messing around trying to learn how to do basic Factorio things, I was amusing myself by constructing an elaborate sushi belt and trying for the research and just sort of learning to make it work, which is yeah, that's quite interesting. So I may well do that because it's effectively a solved problem as far as I'm concerned now. I've worked that one out. Why are you? Oh, why aren't you? Because we don't have any blue cotton wool coming through here. Why isn't why Why none of it making it past? Oh, this is because this machine is just gobbling it all up. All right, let's see. Oh, I've only got one speed module. Can't put productivity modules in anything because I'm in space. I could go and get some speed modules and put them in these, make them go faster. Do I have any more? I've got one more of these actually. Let's do that. That should now produce slightly more plasma than is going to just be swallowed up by this one machine. Hopefully. And we'll see how that goes. How are we doing for power? Badly. Very badly. So one thing I am probably going to do is come along here and just drop one efficiency module in basically everything. Because one efficiency module Mark III brings the power consumption down to 20% or possibly below 20%. It's enough to max out the amount of power you can save, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll probably do that. In fact, maybe I'll do it now. Oops. Any better? Better, but still not good. Alright, let's get some efficiency modules. I think I've got some up here. If not, I could probably go along and just steal them from all the other machines that aren't doing anything anymore. There's no point in using the efficiency module 4s at the moment, at least. As you can see, those do 100 energy consumption minus 170. These are minus 100. These are minus 60. So these ones are more than enough to bring the energy consumption down to the minimum. Let's see. Can I request some? Please? No. All right. I'd need to go and steal them from other machines. That seems like a lot of work. I can't be bothered. I'm just going to. Oh, I'll get some more power. I'll get some more solar panels though while I'm over here. And yeah, I'll put in a request for on the rocket to get some more of those 80. Yeah, I'll do nicely. I'll put in a request on the rocket for some more of the efficiency modules when it next comes up, because I think that's going to be very, very useful. And maybe some speed modules as well, just in the interest of keeping getting it all up to maximum efficiency. There aren't any requests. No, there aren't. Okay, so I want about 1 billion. 500 of those, and some of these as well. 1,000 of them. And that way I can, yeah, that should work. And I can even consider making the tier 4s of these as well. I've got all the stuff up here I need to make them, apart from the actual modules themselves. So yeah, I could potentially make the Mark 4s. And as you can see, well, they drastically reduce the energy consumption, minus 170%. Although these do increase it by a similar amount. So what I was doing before, over in sort of the things that used, where was it? Yeah, over here I was sticking in a speed and 2 efficiency, and that meant it was running on the minimum amount of power. I think. Yes, it's minus 80%. But it also got me a 40% speed boost as well, so that was quite nice. Efficiency 4 and speed 1. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. That I would have to spend a significant amount of time doing the maths to work that one out to decide what was the best balance. But to be honest, at the moment, I'm going to be pretty happy just chucking an efficiency 3 in everything. Yeah, an efficiency 4 probably be better, but then I need to spend. Those are expensive modules to make, largely down to the sheer number of other modules you need to shove in to make them. I had a diagram for that somewhere. Let me see let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so this was how you go about making each individual tier of modules. So this first column is how you make the efficient, in this case, productivity module 1. You need all of those green circuits and all the red circuits. Then the second column is how you make the module 2. You need those red circuits, a few blue circuits, and the efficiency and the productivity module 1s. Then the Mark 3s, you need all of this stuff as well. And then the Mark 4s. And then to make the Mark 5s, you need 3 of these, and goodness knows what else, and so on. Yeah, so basically you need all of this in order to make one of these. So they are ludicrously expensive. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to make that diagram because it's just crazy. I didn't even do the numbers for it. I just looked at it and went, wow. Oh, I did have a speed module actually. Let's put that in one of these. There we go. Oh, I'm still going to be short of power, aren't I? But I picked up a load more solar panels, so let's shove those in. And these solar panel, I mean, they're effectively the third tier of solar panels, even if they are called 2 because they're the second advanced type. But they are amazing. But even so, there's this facility is using so much power that it's they're not enough. Oops. No, not there. Oh, actually, there's okay. No, it isn't. So that's doing those 3. So I want this one to do those 3. And if I go in from the top, then it fits. Like that. In fact, this one should probably be here, and yeah, these should be here instead of these ones. Then these should be here. And then these should be even further across. I'll deal with them later when I put some more panels down. There we go. Satisfied now. Although I think that's because other stuff has shut down. Did you just do the maths to work out how many how many modules are required to make a productivity 9. It would be, yeah, it would be 3 to the power 8, I guess, not 3 to the power 9, because the first ones don't require any. So I can believe that 3 to the power 8 is 6,500. That sounds about right. Yeesh. Why am I doing that on that side of the belt? That's dumb. They'll come out on this side. They'll come out on the far side. I want to get them on the other side of the belt. Like that. So I can just chuck the next one onto it. Okay, that should work. In fact, let's make that a little bit more compact, because then I can start building the next one a little bit closer. Right. Okay. So that's the football-y ones. So we've got on to. That's three of the 4 done now, and the 4th one doesn't appear to take any inputs. I think this was the quantum one where you just put a memory card into a machine. The machine goes, oh, and you get something, and you might get something out the other side, or you might not. And I've run out of that again. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, quantum phenomenon. So you put in a blank data card, you make it cold, and then there's a 50% chance you actually find something useful from it. Joys of quantum. Bloody hell, I've run out of everything again. I've got all the wrong. Oh no, it's those machines I need. Was it those machines? It was either laser or thermo. Laser. Okay, I've got a couple of them then at least. Right, I need this. That isn't very much of it actually. The problem is, it's all these machines. They're really, really big, so they're taking up loads of space in my inventory. You can. Oh, all right. You can go. You can go. That's too many of them. I don't need burner inserters up here, thank you. I don't need them or them. Probably don't actually need stone. Or that, or that, or that. Or that. Or that. I don't entirely understand why you sometimes get blueprints and sometimes you don't. Oops, what was that? What even is that one? Oh right. Ugh. Oh yeah, that's horrible. I definitely don't want to make another one of them. Sometimes when you copy paste, you seem to get a blueprint. Sometimes you don't, and I'm not 100% sure what the logic behind them is. Logic behind that is. I've still got some supercomputers, haven't I? Yeah, because I only put down about 3. Yeah, I've got 15 left. Oh, because I've got an order set for 15, so I automatically get restocked. Excellent. Right, let's put down some more of this stuff. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'll probably visit Myokin again when I get completely fed up of shipping vulcanite from Ganymede, and possibly when I come up with a better way of producing power on that planet. Because at the moment it's sorry, just trying to think about 2 things at the same time. At the moment it's convenient. It would be a convenient place to be getting my vulcanite from, except that except there's no water on that planet, so I can't use nuclear power. In fact, so basically power is just difficult. Oh, that's why I'm not getting any of these, so I haven't cooled it. Or memory carded it. Yeah, but I haven't been. A lot of that stuff is just stuff I've copied and pasted, I'm fairly sure. You producing warm? Yes, you are. And this one requires super chill. Oh, alright, I need to go a bit further up, like to here. do you require super chilled as well? No, you only require cold. Bloody hell. In that case, let's rotate that like that. And that can output straight into... That can output straight into there like that. There we go. Quantum suspiciousness. Alright, so I'm going to need to have a belt... What? Okay, right, so if I split this here, then there isn't room. Damn it. Oh, actually, if I do this... Oh, and there isn't room for that either. There we go. Right, that'll have to do. If I split this here, then I can do down, across, up across there, and then in like that. And insert. Now all I need to finagle out of this is getting the two actual coolants in. So this one can come out here. And I need to find, so that's super chilled, isn't it? Yes, that's minus 273. Which is this one? Yes. Oops. So pipes are apparently complicated enough that I end up stopping talking. You might be right there, Tristan. Maybe it is. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I hope you didn't miss too much while I was working around underneath that. Yeah, the problem is OBS shows it on one screen, and the game itself is on another one, so I don't see when I've left something on like that. Sorry about that. Right, and then up here we need the medium chilled, merely very, very cold at minus 100 or whatever it is. There. Yeah, you might be right, Tristan. It might be that if you use Q, then it just dismisses it, whereas the clicking on the inventory puts it into clicking on the hotbar puts it in. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I suppose I do click on the hotbar a bit actually. So yeah, it could be that. Or is it? Is it you? Are you the? Yes, you are. Boom. I've been trying to break myself of the habit of making sort of sounds when I put down pieces of pipe, like going bop 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 bop. Because if you do that when you're recording, then you can't speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's make a fiver. No, not T. E. You'd think by now I'd know the basic controls like that, wouldn't you? Oh, it's going to try and... Oh, no, it's not trying to link onto there because that's the end of the long one. Excellent. Yeah, I don't... I'm loosely aware that you can select things by pressing numbers on the hotbar, but about the only time I do it is when I'm trying to switch back and forth between when I'm trying to lay underground pipes or long or oh no, I do want that there. Or putting down pylons somewhere where they're not over a gap, because then you can use the numbers. You can switch between the pylon and the scaffolding and put the other one down quite easily that way. So that tends to be about the only time that I use the number keys for selecting things like that. Why are you not happy? You've not got memory. That's plastic. I've just fed all these machines with plastic instead of memory cards. Oh my goodness. What the hell? That's iron. That's plastic. Where are the memory cards? Oh no. Here are the memory cards. Right. They are, aren't they? Yes, those are the memory cards. Goodness sake. Right, so that's... Yeah, that's correct. That's correct for being plastic. That's not meant to be plastic. I don't believe it. There we go. Oh, and there's still plastic on the bottom side of the belt. Get off the belt! There we go. There we go. I think that's cleared all of that plastic out of there. Next. So the question is, did anyone notice that I was doing that and they just didn't tell me because they thought it was funny? Or you were unable to tell as well because that is a long way away and therefore difficult to tell. Oh, my inventory's full of nonsense. And by nonsense I mean plastic. Oh, jeez. Let's try it again with less fail. Pull that through from there. Bloop. Out from there. And they're both just white, rectangular things. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, actually, that's not true. I can believe that. It's just same. It's exactly the sort of ridiculous thing you'd expect. I need to split this because sometimes it kicks out a duff one. Duff. That one. Right. Oh well. At least it wasn't too difficult to clean up. Pretty sure this is dead memory cards. I'm just going to check this though because I'll feel really stupid if I get it wrong. No, that is right. Okay. Good. Okay, Quantumometer, you can have a load of memory cards. Boof. And so can you. Right. I think that oh, I need a long-handled exerter. Somewhere in here. There I'll have to do. Could put it there. Yeah, let's do that. Then that's in about the right place for the next one of these, I think. Right, that's 3 out of 4. Why is the bottom one not working? That's you. Why are you not? You don't have any blue clouds to play with. Still not getting blue clouds up here. And that's obviously because this machine's eating them all. Okay. So it's a not yeah. It's just insufficient production going on here. So we're just producing endless ones of these. And that said, this is nearly backed up now, to be fair. So, although that's not going to be the case for long because this is going to start using them all up. I guess I need to put more of these in, but I can't put more of these in without putting more of these in, and I can't put more of these in without getting a load more chemical plants, I think. Is it these ones? Yeah, they take chemical plants. I've got the stuff to build 2 of them, but I think that's another summon it from the ground. I don't think did I put chemical plants in here? No, I didn't. There we go. Of course, it's now going to be ages until we're ready for another rocket. Well, until this rocket fills up. It's at what? Less than 20%, less than 30. It's about a third full. Got the modules and the battery doohickeys. Got some actual batteries as well. That's interesting. Maybe I could have been making. If there's batteries coming up, I probably could have been making accumulators up there in space. That might be manageable. Oh well. Got some turrets. Okay. It's going to be a while till this is ready, I think. So I think for now I'm probably just going to have to deal with it. Just leave it as is. I still haven't got the nuclear one running because I haven't got any uranium. Actually, that's not quite true. There is some uranium up in the space station. It's just not being brought up by rockets yet. So I could at least chuck some in, you know, to test it, to make sure everything is working. Get a vague idea of that. Uranium. I think it's coming in by delivery cannon somewhere. There it is, that one. Oh, it's been brought over there. Where is it? Why am I looking for it? Why am I not just going like this and saying, bring me all the uranium? I would like 400 of it. Go. Actually, if it's in here, if I now to know where it is, I can just claim it then. What? That was weird. Okay, I've got some now anyway. Good to see the meteorite defense cannons are still chugging away happily. Note to self, don't click off screen while you're flying, you'll lose speed. Right, so down here somewhere, yeah, there we go, over there is a station that's supposed to be supplying uranium, so let's chuck some in there like that. Brings it round here. And then we get green glowy science. And this is a weird sort of quantum nonsense thing where some of it doesn't get used up and comes back round again like that. So what is a 50% chance of it being used? Yeah, 50%. So each of these uraniums will make me 2 radiation datas. That's not too bad, I guess. It's yeah, reasonably. I was going to say reasonably efficient. I don't know whether I can say that. What to compare it to, really. Okay, so now we are cooking with catalog 1. So that's good. That's all working. Now I need to make stations to get these pick up these catalogs and take them off to be scienced. And so that means I'm going to risk putting this up again and probably forget to get rid of it. So do shout at me if I do. So the plan here, as I think I've probably mentioned, is that we have a pickup station that will come along, grab the catalogs 1, catalogs 2, take them away to somewhere else where I'm going to be doing all of the science. And there I'm going to sort of I'm going to make them into the insights, and I'm going to make then I'm going to use hopefully multiple flavors of insights to make the significant data, and then from there I can make the various different types of science packs. So that should be relatively straightforward, I think. Only thing is, the only way I can get the more efficient methods of making the significant data is by getting more of the science things running. So as you hopefully remember from over here, I mean basically this is what I'm doing here. I've got I'm going to essentially replace these belts with train systems. So we're bringing in the various catalogs. The catalogs are getting turned into the insights, I think. Yeah, insights, cylinders. And that's happening for all 4 of the sciences. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to be making using catalogs 1 and 2 and eventually 3 and 4 in order to make the insights in the more efficient way. Then I shall be using as many of the different insights as I can get my hands on to make the significant data in the most efficient way that I can, and then from there we'll go on and start making all of the different science packs. So there's going to be ooh, that's quite a bad attack. Let's have a look at that. It's all been repaired, but that was a fairly significant attack that came in there. Okay, it's been repaired. I don't care. And yeah, then we can go from having all of those components. We can then actually start making the actual science packs. And there's going to be quite a lot of bus involved in doing this, I think. So there's going to be quite a lot of space taken up just shipping these things around. But hopefully it'll be reasonably manageable. Right, so let's put in another station on the other side of here, and that can take these, because I want to minimise the length of these belts if I can, as much as possible, as much as realistically possible, because these things are quite expensive in the amount of stuff they've got tied up in them, and because a lot of it is recyclable, like you get memory cards back out again that you can reuse for stuff. It would be nice to it would be nice. It'd be nice not to have too many of them tied up for too long. Essentially, there we go. Now, to be honest, I could use this station. Actually, come to think of it, yeah, let's do that. Why not? It's a little bit silly, but it's there, so why? I might as well just recycle, reuse the space. Ooh, is that going to work? Because I can set this. Can I do drop off and pick up at the same station realistically? I'm not sure I can, because you need to have the provide threshold set very, very high for a drop off station. Otherwise, you get trains turning up to it and trying to pick up the stuff that's gets dropped off there, and that obviously doesn't work because there's nothing to pick up. There's nothing to put the stuff back into the train the other way. But if I set that low enough that trains would turn up, then trains would turn up trying to take away the orange goo. I suppose I could set the provide priority to -1,000,000 or something. So in theory, trains should never come there. But knowing my luck, I'll just have a shortage of orange goo somewhere, and then it'll all break. So I think I'm not going to do that on second thoughts. I will have a station in here instead. Not you. You. No. That one goes there. Then I can have a string of these. Oh good, I am being kept stocked up with them. And not being kept stocked up with steel chests though. They are fairly easy to make, so it's not the end of the world, but it is still a thing. Right, so you need to come over this way. I can't go straight through there because all these pipes are in the way. I'm gonna be a bit dirty and come around here like this. No, like this. I shall come back and fix that actually, because this is going to be convenient for stopping stuff travelling through when I'm not quite ready for it. Like then, I'd have ended up picking a load up and just filling my inventory up with science. Oops, never mind. Why am I so difficult to use? No. Oh, alright, that'll do. There. I don't actually mean why am I so difficult to use. I mean why am I having difficulty using a mouse? Which is an entirely different question, I'm fully aware. Now, the only problem with this system... Well, actually, I don't know how high these things stack. I was going to say is that this train won't actually come along and grab these things until there's about 1 billion catalogues in there. Let's find out how high they stack. What am I putting in here? These are those. More than 23. Okay. More than 47. I guess I'm not going to find out for a while. My vague hope, which is clearly not going to come true, was that they'd stack up to like 10 or something, so a train would come along and grab them fairly quickly. I mean, I suppose I could set the numbers on in LTN relatively small, so the train will come and they'll just stack up and stack up and stack up. But given that I was just talking about, so they do. Given that I was just talking about not wanting to have too many of these things tied up on belts, having 1,000, 2,000, 24, 24, 5, 10, 15, almost 15,000 of them sitting in boxes here is a bit ridiculous. But never mind. Oh dear. Oh well. This is a pickup station, which I don't have one of over here. I have one of over here though, so I'll copy those to there. No. What? This is not... Did I select the wrong station? Or have I just set this up wrongly? I've set this up wrongly. Goodness sake. Yeah, this is a provider station. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's program... Oh, you're set wrongly as well. I'm surprised I got any of those things. There we go. Oh, it's because the defaults will have things turn up anyway, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Okay, right, so that's basically done. Well, oh yeah, that's okay. That's flashing for a good reason. Okay, have I got some of everything yet? No, I haven't. I still haven't got this bottom one because I haven't got any blue clouds coming through because this machine is still eating all the blue clouds. And when I point out how much like candy floss they look, you'll understand. It makes sense that it's eating them, I suppose. And now, of course, they're all getting used up by these supercomputers here to make the catalogs. So I do quite literally just need to come in and put down more of these machines and more of these machines. So but that's just going to have to wait. I can put down another radar though. That's something I do need up here because I noticed that this is outside radar range. But I think I'll just put down the computers now anyway. I have a pretty good idea of how they work, so I don't think I'm going to make any mistakes. That's almost certainly famous last words, and I'm going to regret saying that, and you're going to mock me for my hubris. But never mind. At some point, I'll invent supercomputer 2 and 3 and 4 and whatnot, but not yet. Making broad energy catalog. Yes, that's the one. So it takes in these ones and only cold, which we have here. Okay, that's convenient. I'm not going to look a gift pipe in the mouth, even if it's not quite long enough. I'll put another one there anyway, even though it's not... Oh no, I can't... Yeah. This is going to be messy. Actually, it's not going to be messy. It just means the second machine needs to be set up differently from the first one. But that's not a problem. I can deal with that. There we go. And of course, I need underneath these there and there, and then do that and in, and then power along the bottom like this. And then up here I can put one in there and there. And then we need to have an output on each of these, but it needs to be not in the way of the piping, so it can go there and there. Yes, that'll work. And then the pipes need to go here, here. Right. And an output belt. And what are you going to output? You're just going to output that. Okay, you just output broad energy catalogs. There's no weird complications here, and thermofluid, of course. Okay, that's nice. And I'm going to need an underground belt there. Copy paste. Are you happy apart from... Yes, you're happy apart from the atomic data. Good. Right, so those will make my tier 2 catalogs. There is one of the reasons I deliberately have my rails that sort of loop distance apart is because it makes it really easier to draw stuff like that. And turnaround points are easy to draw as well, which is also a bonus. Right, let's do this in the easy place because there's no reason not to, I don't think. So put that there. In fact, let's just copy one of these stations. These stations are all different, completely different. Let's just make the station manually. I'm not very good at eyeball estimating how long a train is. That does just fit though. I'm gonna move that one double square down because I don't want to. I want to have room for signals behind it. I don't want to risk the train being on the corner. I don't think it would have been, but I feel more comfortable putting it there. We then have those along there, and a way for them to get in. I suppose there. That'll do. And now more inserters. Good. I seem to still have plenty of these. Oh yeah, I can't count. I can count, but I can't remember how. I can't remember that 4 is the number, not 3. What was I? No, underground belt, but line it up with those things. I guess that. There we go. That, and that goes in there as well. Piping comes across here, and oh, it's the warm one. It's this one. Clump, clump. Ooh, that's very convenient in length. Let's just bring that across like that. Right. And now we've got that output. Got that output. We need power. Oh, boxes over here. And we need power like so. And like, I guess, where was I putting these poles? It was down here, and it was in this column apparently. There you go. Ooh, there you go. Have some power. Oh, and I need to program these. So you are to do the catalog 2. There we go. And then you also, I suppose, you need to be linked back onto the main line, otherwise things are not going to go well. You shall not be going to space today. And then, there it is, that one. You can stop complaining if I put that there and there. And then I need to copy this from there to there. And hopefully, yeah, that looks about right. Okay, that I think is now done. I say done with very, very strong scare quotes around it because nothing's actually coming through yet. But I believe everything is hooked up in such a way that were I to actually have enough stuff available that it would be working. Have we run out of uranium yet? No, we haven't got loads of uranium. Uranium goes a long, long way, so that's not going to happen for a while. I'm going to break this belt. In fact, I'm not going to break it there. I'm going to break it here because then this machine will then grind to a stop, and we can let the blue candy floss go off up this pipe. Oh, that seems to be full. Where's the one of these that isn't machine up here that isn't working then? Is it you? Yes, you don't have any. Have I just forgotten to put in a? No, I'll put in a pipe there. This is too long a gap. Okay, that was a stupid reason for it to have not worked. On the plus side, now it's working. So, with those coming through now, that should be everything I need in order to make these catalogues. Yes. And we should be disposing of the stuff that we don't need as well, so yeah. Phew. Right. I feel that's quite an achievement. I feel like I've accomplished something this stream. All right. So that's. I don't know. I think that's probably about the sort of size. Why has that got a stupid name? Because I haven't renamed it, obviously. But energy catalog 1 pickup. Chemical gel, I think it's called. Drop off energy psi. Yeah, so that's come out at a reasonably sensible size. I mean, okay, I'm only half done. There's there's energy science 3 and 4 to do now, which will obviously extend this up. Probably at least as far again. I mean, presumably they're going to get harder, so it's going to be more than twice the height. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. But I can't find out at the moment because I can't research energy science 3, this one, until I've got energy science 2 actually being made. So that's restricting me a little bit there, but never mind. I mean, I suppose I shouldn't be greedy. I should just, go and actually build this while it's now it's all here. Obviously need more computers here. Is this a longer build process than the other one? This takes, where is it? 20 seconds for that one. Compared to 10 seconds for this one. Yeah, so it does literally take twice as long. But it doesn't seem to take twice as long to produce the data cards. So I'm going to extend this to 4 computers. Like this. So if I copy that, I'm going to need to put the power pole in again at the top. But otherwise, I think that's complete. Oh, and there's a bit of belt missing. Right. Hopefully, I think this may all be reasonably well speed balanced. There should be enough of the data cards being produced. A lot of them seem to be 10-second builds, so we shall see. That one isn't actually. That one's taking longer. This one here is taking longer. Are you that's 10-second crafting time. Oh, actually no. I'll only be able to support. Okay, no, I can't numbers. If each of these takes 10 seconds to run, and these take 20 seconds to run, then I can only actually support 2. Yeah, maths properly, Laurence. Which is why down here, where it only takes 10 seconds to run, I've only got one of these machines running. Okay, so in order to step this up, I'm going to need to double, or more than double, absolutely everything along here. But because of the way I've made it, that's actually going to be quite easy. I may end up deciding I want to move this loop a bit further out. Let's see, if I quadruple everything, then this goes from here to here, so that's double would be to about there, so quad would be about there. 8 times would be to about here. I don't know what's a reasonable speed for this to be producing the science at. I think I'll probably just leave it as it. Yeah, I don't know. I might get greedy later. That's the thing. Decide I wanted everything to go faster. Oh, I don't know. The main thing that's, I was going to say bothering me. Bothering me is too strong a word. Is just going to be how long it's going to take to fill up these stations and get them to the stage where they're actually ready to send stuff out. So I might come around later and just drop these down to. It'll happily provide at 2 stacks or 4 stacks or something like that instead of 40. And yeah, it'll mean a train will come over when it doesn't necessarily need to. But that's a sort of a for now thing, really, as much as anything else. What else needs renaming? Does that fit with my scheme? Energy catalog, 1 pickup, energy catalog, 2 pickup. Yeah, it does. Good. Not that it matters because these are things you select from a list rather than having to type the names out, so it's not too important. Okay, I'm quite pleased with this. What time is it? About 10 o'clock. Okay. Well, it's a bank holiday tomorrow. I don't actually need to stop at any point. I can keep going a bit later than normal. Otherwise, I'd be sort of thinking about starting to wrap up about now. So, the question is, do I now start working on the actual science processing? So the things will actually make the actual science packs themselves, or do I go? Actually, I'd like to have a bit more efficiency in the making of the significant data. So the next thing is to start doing the same thing again, but for astronomic science. I haven't made a pretty diagram for astronomic science yet. So, oh, actually, that's not quite true. I made one for Astro 1, so I could start on that. I guess that would be this one. So I could start on this, and I think Astro is potentially straightforward enough that I'm not going to need to worry too much about exactly how thinking too hard for making the systems for the more advanced ones. I can just I can start off by replicating this setup anyway, and then see how that goes for the more advanced ones. So I think what I'll do this time, instead of having all of the telescopes together like this. Yeah, exactly. Astro gets you spaceships, and spaceships are cool. So that's one of the reasons I'm leaning towards Astro as being the next one to do. Now I did deliberately put the telescopes together before so that I could feed the coolant in like that. As you can see, these horrendously twisted pipes going up the middle. I'm actually sort of pleased with that. It's horrific, but in quite a cool way. So I kind of like that. But what I think I'll probably do this time is I'll produce all of the visible. So I'll do the visible and then turn the visible into, and then aurorize the visibles. Aurorize is of course the verb for putting it through an orrery, and these are clearly orreries. So I'll do that step. And then I'll do UV, and then I'll do IR, and then I'll do X-rays, then I'll do whatever, and then feed them all off down to be turned into the catalogs. I think that's probably the a slightly neater way to do it, because I ran into an issue here. What was it? There was something problem I kept having it early on. Oh yes, it was this bit here in particular. This was early on when I had a terrible problem with producing the memory cards fast enough. It was just making the green memory cards and not the yellow ones, because they were pulling off the same belt because I hadn't set it up very sensibly and I didn't have enough input for it. So I mean that shouldn't be a problem anymore because I'm going to design things better. But still, I'll I think keeping each one of these things, each type of light separate, makes a lot of sense. So let's head down here, all the way to down more or less down to the bottom of here. I'll set up another power station and another coolanting system. So basically a copy of this section. And then we'll see where it goes from there. I'm going to need another drop-off station. I'll try and get the ingredients I need for that. So looking at this diagram, I'm going to need beryllium, coal, and is that glass? I think that's probably glass. I think it's the wrong icon for glass. There must have been a change in the icon pack. And light oil. Interesting. I don't think I have. Oh no, I do have light oil on the train system at the moment. And then we need coolant, got that. Memory cards, that's not a problem. Okay, that's actually quite straightforward. There's only about five things going, 6 including the coolant, 6 things going in there. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, that's kind of surprising actually. Maybe the next tier up is a bit harder. Let's have a look at that. That's not a bad idea, actually, Andrew. Yeah, the pylon substations would make building all of this a bit easier. I've already got a cheaper recipe for rocket parts, so I don't think it's that one. Rocket parts. Yeah, the third one's unpacking. Yeah, I've already got this one. That's Astro 1. So maybe it's the what's the other one? It's low density structures. Could be that one because I don't think I don't think I was using the better recipe for those. What? No, there isn't. There isn't. Oh, here we go. Aeroframe scaffold. Yes. So yeah, you need. Yeah, I think that's the one I couldn't do yet. How much better is it? 2 glass, 2 steel, 2 plastic. That's a lot better. But yeah, you're gonna need beryllium, but it's a lot better. Yeah. I'm trying to think what sort of quantities I'm using low density structures in. They are being used, but I don't think I'm ripping through enormous quantities of them. And I need something to use up all the glass that's being made from all the metal processing. So it's useful to have a sink for it to an extent. Although I think I am sinking slightly more than I'm creating at the moment, so which isn't ideal. So yeah, having that probably would be a good idea. But yeah, I mean one of the reasons I started off doing energy was so that I could make um, these things, the pylon substations, because they are. I mean, I got one or two of them free with the satellite when I went with the space station when I first got up here, um, and they are absolutely excellent because you have this massive. They're basically are they a big power pole, but they cut with full coverage. No, they're a double. They're twice as good as a big power pole with full coverage. That's amazing. Um, yeah, so that would be very nice. Um, but on the flip side, at the moment, I've already sort of done a lot of the design work for this, so it would be quite nice and quick and easy to slap a bit of this down. Um, I'm guessing I'm probably not going to be able to flip this. No. Basically, anything that uses liquids, you can't flip. I suppose, yeah, all right. Looking at the design of it, it does have different things all the way around. Yeah, so it makes certain sense. But not, I was hoping just to be able to take this and just flip it out because down here, I suppose actually if I started building off this side, then it would be symmetrical. I could even start building off here, going up this side. I don't think I want to though. I think I want to stick with Plan A of keeping them all spaced out, so that when something ends up taking up a lot more space than I was expecting it to, or I need to squeeze a load more stuff of something in, I've got a lot of space available. Yeah, I think the one or two. There's one there that comes with the space station, and it's just covering this entire area. It's amazing. Um, so I would like to get more of those up and running. But I think I'm going to have to do a bit more thinking before I'm ready to do full science. I think so. I'm gonna go down there, set up another system like this to get the coolant in and get some power going, and then we'll see from there. I should probably I'll probably do some design work and then maybe I'll either I think Wednesday's stream will either be putting together the science putting together the actual making of science thing. So let's repair these. This is where I had a coronal mass ejection. So yeah, Wednesday stream will either be putting together actual science packs and doing energy 2 and getting those power poles, or it'll be starting to build up Astro up to 2, because I've got engrossed in that and didn't want to change. I don't need to start quite so far down the arm, I don't think, but I want to leave a bit of space in case of emergencies or realizing I need more stuff that I don't have. Oh, I'm running out of rail again. So I'm going to have a drop-off station here. I'm going to go and get some more rails. I have a drop-off station there for the coolant and just the coolant. And then from there I'm going to then I'll get the coolant cooling set up because that should be relatively straightforward. Do I have any of the actual coolers with me? I've got 4 hypercoolers and 3 thermal radiators. So no, not even remotely enough. Am I ordering those? No, let's do that. Bring me some thermal radiators. Yeah, 50 is probably enough. Oh, there aren't any. Hypercoolers, actually, to be honest, 10 probably be enough. Oh, can do those. Okay, what do we need for hypercoolers? It's going to be one of those, isn't it? Where I just end up now, rather than... Okay, so we've got the Mark 1 hypercoolers there. Mark 2s are up here. They need more Mark 1s, which needs pumps. Okay, I've got 50 pumps. That's pretty good. Are you also requesting? Why are you not requesting pumps? But there aren't any, which is a reason not to, I suppose. But what? Why are you not unloading into a provider chest? Why do I not have a provider chest? Fine, I'll have to do. Okay, so that's now building these up. Is that as fast as this can? Oh, we're waiting for wires for these. Interesting. I wonder what the wires are for. How many? 200. Jeez. I suppose the wires are presumably wrapped around the outside to conduct the heat out and then radiated away into space. I mean, I guess that's how well, that is how this sort of thing works. I assume it's something like that. Oh dear, this is going to take forever. I don't have any speed modules on me. How are we running out of pipes? I might need to have a look into that actually. Maybe request more because I do seem to get through a lot of pipes. So, my supply is still at 100, which is presumably what I'm requesting. That's 1,000 of those, and oh yeah, pumps with the other thing. I always seem to be running out of pumps up here, so I definitely want a lot more of those. I didn't have them anywhere else, did I? No. Okay. And that rocket, of course, is still going to be very, very empty because I haven't requested that much stuff yet, and it's not been very long since. Oh, it's half full. Okay, that's a fair amount of stuff. It's all these modules as well are definitely going to fill it up a little bit. Hey chat, can you think of anything I should be bringing up with putting in the rocket and bringing up here that I've forgotten? Oh, I suppose I could start making that mall area we were talking about. That'd be quite useful. Now it needs to be inside the logistics network, and here is probably quite a good place for it because it is very, very close. Except this is where all the solar panels are. Now we're not using very much of the production at the moment, but if I pick up all the red ones, then that's going to be all of the production gone. But never mind. Why am I doing this by hand? Come on, Laurence, this is Factorio. Don't do things by hand. No, don't pick up that piece of pipe. There we go. Okay, and let's build a new power collection area down here. Yeah, I've got crazy amounts of space scaffolding. So I think that is one of the few things I probably do have enough of. Yeah, it was coming up reasonably quickly, so I just didn't think that hey, there's a better way to do this. It's almost like I've not played this game before. Send that a little bit further down. Was that enough? I didn't really pay attention to how much I needed. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, right, that'll do. Wow, I took out a lot more of the power than I realised doing that. Oh well. Okay, so now we can put down... Basically, it's just going to be lots of these with input and output chests, isn't it? So let's move that over here a little bit. Where did I get scrap from? Oh well. I did need some chemical plants. Yes, I crafted a few, and I have put in an order for those. So I've now got this. Those accumulators. 300 of them should be in the rocket by now. So the next rocket that comes up is going to have everything I need, hopefully. I shouldn't be running out of stuff again too quickly. This is going to be great until I realise I want something that requires fluids. But I don't think most of the stuff I've been needing needs fluids, so I might be okay. You know what I have run out of? Request from provider chests. What are they? They're made of steel, and what kind of circuits do you use for them? Oh, red and green. I should probably have some red circuits and some green circuits anyway. Right, I want to have 10 of each of those. This again is another thing I should have copied and pasted. I've realised that now. Right, what sort of things do I regularly require up here? I need them, I need them, I need them, I need them, and them. Right, so that's that row. These are being built. Oh, I'm going to need lots of them. Supercomputers are being built elsewhere, I think. I keep needing mechanical facilities. I keep needing thermodynamics facilities. I'm not going to bother with biochem stuff yet. I'm going to do decontamination, though. Yeah, and that's possible. Is this a thing? It is a thing. Excellent. I was desperately hoping you could copy and paste from assembly machines into requested chests, and it turns out you can. How many does it ask for? 600? Blimey. That's a bit greedy. Is that enough to make 10 of each thing, then? No, it's enough to make 30. That's very greedy. Why is it so greedy? Why has it gone for these sort of numbers? Okay. Oh well. I also need to wire up all of these exerters to make sure I don't end up with just a billion of everything, because that would be excessive. I want like 10. So I want you to exert if there are less than 10 of those. And you are the red lasery one? Yeah. Less than 10. Oh, okay, that's the thing I haven't got in my can makes yet. 10. And the orange one, that one. Oops, didn't set it. 10. What do you do? Oh, you're doing decontamination facilities, which is that one. Yeah. It's the other one that looks like the laser thing but isn't. That's this one, the thermo facility. Okay. That does make some sense, actually. I was and I know that normally when stuff's been put in by inserter, it will do all the stuff. It does enough to make 2. But then I suppose an inserter is a bit nearer, and therefore it's easier to put more stuff in, and you don't have to worry about lag time so much. That's that one. Okay, now let's debug them and find out why they're not working. And it'll be things that aren't in the oh, blue circuits we don't have any of apparently. Surely that's being ordered by these. Yeah, it is. We should have 400 of them at all times. But there's a load in here. I need to return on request from buffer chest as well. Oops. And I need to be very, very careful if I ever copy and paste any of this stuff, because that'll go horribly, horribly wrong. Alright, how are we doing? What it seems to be... Yeah, there's... Everything is coming in to an extent, but we've run out of blue circuits. Now, do I have some over here? I think I might do. Yes, I do. I'll get that working. Okay, why is this one sad? Also blue just blue circuits? Oh, and accumulators. I've got more of them coming, that's fine. Also blue circuits and accumulators. Heat shielding is apparently not a thing. Holmium cable, that's a problem. Which one was it required? This one, holmium cable. Okay, actually it's not a problem. I just need one of them to go there. And then you are to also order holmium. I don't think I've got that being on the logistics system, to be honest. That's going to be a problem. Oh, and plastic. Yeah, I'll put that on in a second. Make that. Also request that. Oh, there is some. Actually, maybe there is holmium on the network. That slightly surprises me, but I didn't think I'd put that on there. But okay. What about you? Chemical plants. Okay, and yeah, they're coming. Heat shield tax. Bloody hell. Why is there no steel? That's a weird thing to run out of. I mean, I know there's steel over here, but somewhere... Oh, no, that was clicking on OBS. There's a lot of rocket fuel in there. This was the one that was complaining about everything. So gun turrets... What is it even making? Oh, mechanical facilities. I don't need those yet, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Heat shielding. Is heat shielding a thing that gets brought that we should have up here? I think it is. Well, it's obviously going to have gone from all of those. Yeah, there we go. Minus 500. There we go. 10 times as much. Boom. This is and this whole system is a little bit horrible. Just having everything scattered wildly throughout a massive number of chests and warehouses is... I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the start, because I was thinking, at that point I was only sort of flying one rocket up at a time with everything in it. And I thought, well, how can I get it sorted? There are basically two ways. You either dump everything out onto a belt and then have an enormous quantity of splitters, splitting it all up into all of the individual things, and then you perhaps have some other facility after that stores it, perhaps, because you can't just feed that straight onto your bus that way, because you won't have the right things coming out in the right order, and you'll just always it'll clog up. As soon as you've got something on the bus that isn't being used, it'll clog up. So that was not a brilliant idea. It wouldn't work particularly sensibly. I could have put filter inserters all the way around the landing pad with a chest on the outside of each one, and then maybe a belt going out from that with a different thing in each chest. But again, that's a horrible idea, and just made my everything hurt. And the best, yeah. So eventually I came up with this design where you have the landing pad dumping into a purple warehouse that then just passes. So that then empties itself as quickly as it can, and that goes out into all the other all the yellow stuff buildings around it, and then from there you can then have all of these buffer chests with requests on them. So this one requests 50 assembly machines, for example, and so on, and then you wire the whole lot up together in one big enormous red wire tangle, and feed it into a transmitter and then see what and then send stuff up based on it. So it's a bit of a mess, but it's one of those things where initially it was sort of a reasonably sensible way to do it, and then it's expanded, and I needed more and more different things up here, and it got kind of messy. I'm not gonna deny it. Okay, have any of these actually worked? Yes, this one's made something. Made 10 somethings. Well done, you. What are you waiting for? Accumulators. You're waiting for accumulators. You're waiting for accumulators on heat shield tiles. You're waiting for chemical plants. You're waiting for everything. Chemical plants, electric furnaces. We're not even making those up. All right, I'll order some electric furnaces. Let's get some of these. So electric furnaces, chemical plants coming, storage tanks. I don't know whether we've got any of those. Yeah, I think I discovered that actually, Tristan, but not until well after I'd already set all of this up and it was far too late. Oh dear. Yeah, that probably would have been a good way to do it. Let's have more life support canisters actually, since I spend a lot of time up here and I don't want to die. That'd be good. There was something. Oh yeah, tanks. How many storage tanks am I ordering? None? Really? That surprises me. Let's have some storage tanks. That one. Yeah, I'll do. And then there was this machine here, the material abuser thing. I think big low density structures are certainly on the order list. Concrete, I'm not sure about. Concrete is coming up by rocket, but I'm not sure it's coming up by in the sort of the facility off to the right. But I'm not sure it's coming up in the main rocket. But I can steal some from there as necessary. As steel definitely is one of those things. So yeah, let's get some gun turrets and make sure I've got. Let's up the gun turrets and up the the electric engines. So we've got actually we've got 1,000 electric. How can we have 1,000 electric? Oh, maybe there's something wrong with the electric engine supply. Don't seem to have any turrets on order. Only laser turrets there. Okay, let's have another one of these in. Turrets, please. They're under combat, of course. Turrets. Right, so let's see. Why am I not getting up any big electric motors? Let's see if we can work that one out. So this is not requesting any. So that implies that it think the system. Oh, there's 500, 600, 750 in the rocket to come up. That's quite a lot, but I thought I had more than that requested. Yeah, I've got 1,000 requested. That means there must be 250. Oh, I have obviously not properly clicked on the. Oh, that's. Oh, there's no. Huh? Oh, it's trying to put a damaged gun turret in, and the machine isn't accepting damaged turrets. Right. Okay. Now we know. I did not know that was a thing. Let's repair these. Okay. Well, I'm glad that mystery is solved. And some of those other increases I put onto the rocket were probably unnecessary, but that might mean it's now nearly full. Yeah. How are we doing with stuff that we're ordering? Oh wow, that is a lot of stuff that's being requested. Are the heat shield tiles actually being brought in here from anywhere? Yes. Here they come in very, very small quantities. That's presumably being built as part of as an offshoot of something else. I've seen. Yeah, so when I come up with a recipe for the more efficient way of making these, maybe I'll just start making much larger numbers of them. Where are these coming from? La 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 la. Plumberneck. Oh, down here. Here we go. So this facility is making heat shield tiles the traditional way. I guess at some point I need to make a facility that's making them in larger quantities in more more in a more efficient way, because that's just not gonna that just won't do. Although I don't think I need heat shield tiles for actually making the science packs, only for actually making the machines that make the science packs. So that's got that going for me, I guess. There's quite a lot in there. There's a good 600 to 670. So it's not too bad. Train of thought. Yeah, so if I'm only using the heat shield tiles to make the machines to make the science, then I don't need the same sort of flow of them going through. I don't need to pull them up by in a rocket load at a time, I think. Okay. Where was I? Oh yes, I came over here because I needed to get some railway, I remember. Oh, let's do that while I'm here. Oh, blimey. I'll do. Let's get some more that. Is the power keeping up? Yes, it is. You're not linked up anymore. Is the power keeping up? Yes, it is, quite easily. Good. Oh, that explains why it dropped down to 0 when I pulled up all those solar panels. I thought it was just because the red solar panels are producing so much more energy than absolutely everything else that when I pulled them out, it looked like it dropped to 0, but it actually had because I disconnected the other ones. Oops. I feel like I need something to stand on. I don't feel like I need something that big to stand on. I've been on a diet. There we go. Put that there, and then let's find out if I've actually made this big enough for a train. It's not the end of the world if I haven't. I can just extend it backwards. Oh, no, that's slightly bigger than needed, but pretty close to perfect. Okay, so this is going to be my coolant drop-off area. So over here we need to have a pump. Do I have pumps, or did I put them all in a machine? I put, oh, for goodness sake. I did actually put them all in a, yeah, I put them all, check them all in a machine to make, oh yes, that's why I came over. I came over to get more coolant machines, coolers, coolers and hypercoolers. That was what I wanted. And I got up to 7 before it ground to a halt, apparently. Let's go over and find out why I didn't get more hypercoolers. No, not hypercoolers, medium coolers. This is hypercooler territory. Over here. Right. Why have you stopped? You've stopped because you've stopped. Why have you stopped? You've stopped because there's no steel. What happened to all? Oh, I was going to say what happened to all that steel I chucked in. It all got obviously all got turned into the all got put into these machines. Sigh. Maybe I should turn all of those into logistics warehouses. And actually, that's not a bad idea. If I turn all of those into into red warehouses, then the trains will still work from them, but then this system will also pull from them as well. That's probably a good idea. Let's do that, but not right now. What was it? Oh yeah, have some steel. Also, you can have that. How many hypercoolers have I used over here? 4. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. And that is working. So I'm going to go with that being enough until proved wrong, which, you know, probably won't be all that long. The game does like to prove me wrong whenever it can. So I've got 11 and 6. Okay, that's good. I'm going to consider that to be enough. I've 100 and, yeah, something pipes. That might also do. I didn't get a pump, though. I mean, that's probably because they've all been used up and turned into other things. Oh, I've run out of jet fuel. That's a problem. Except I've got more in somewhere. And oh, here we go. I was going to say it's really a problem because no, I wasn't completely stuck. I thought I was, but I was, yeah. Sometimes if you land in the middle of a large building, you can actually get completely stuck and unable to move. So if you run out of fuel at that point, you are completely screwed unless you can reach a supply of fuel from somewhere near, some sort of fuel that your rocket pack, your jetpack will burn. So that could be quite awkward. And the jetpack is fairly fussy about what it'll burn as well. As far as I remember, it's either rocket fuel or processed fuel. So it could be not that difficult to get yourself completely stranded, completely wedged in a building and unable to get out. It is also theoretically... I've run out of tanks again, haven't I? I can build one. Yeah, it is theoretically possible to get yourself stuck on a planet as well, of course. That requires a little bit more carelessness. There it is. Okay, so let's build out a power station first. I'll put it here, actually. Map. I'm getting hungry, which is a bit unfortunate as it's nearly bedtime. Yeah, possibly foolishly, I had a very large lunch off with had a very large lunch, and then sort of had a little bit of a snack before I started streaming because I thought I wasn't very hungry. Oh, and now I'm starting to get hungry because it's almost bedtime, which is inconvenient to say the least. Okay, I'm going to need put this sort of there and I guess there, I suppose. We can run some power down this way for you. And then I'm going to go, I should have got more, what do you call it? Should have got more scaffold before I set off over here. Oh well. I'm glad the jetpack's quite quick. And it's quite quick because I've got 5 of them. Actually, no, 6 of them, I think, because the thruster suit has one built in. So, so it is nice and quick for getting around, but it's still a bit of a pain in the proverbial game trying to get back over here all the time to load up on stuff. I've got some various bits of nonsense that I don't need, and some blue solar panels. Let's put them in down here and get them turned into better ones, like that. Why has that stopped? Oh, is it stopped because this is full? Yes, it has. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to flit over to the other... Oh, I don't need recycling facilities. Oh, I've been requesting them, that's why. Alright, let's have a quick think about what I don't need. I don't need centrifuges. I don't need active chests. I don't need blue belts. There's only one of them. I don't need those at a ground level only. Don't really need them, I think. Don't need trains at the moment. Oh, I'm requesting trains. No, I'm not. I don't need that. I actually don't need this much steel or plastic or any of these. Honest. Okay, that's a bit more sensible. Now I can just fill it up with that stuff instead. There's recycling. That's the first stop. And down here we have what is eventually going to be astronomic science, which is this final stop, all change. Okay, so from here we need a fairly big facility going off like this. And it starts off, so we've got the tank there. Now that tank should never be completely full, should it? What have I done up here? Have I done anything funny with this? No, I've just fed that straight off into the coolers. So we'll have a pipe going like that, and then we'll have a row of thermal radiators like this. Actually, I'm going to leave a little bit of space. Because then I can I can put in tanks and things here for each of the intermediate levels when I realise I've not got what I need. Okay, so that produces the slightly chilly, which I'm going to put in this column, which is the good one, that one. Then we need the next level up of that. Now we start to use the hypercoolers, and I was only using 2 of these for each of the levels, and it seemed to be enough. Unless I can't find the bloody things. There they are. And I'm going to. Now, do I want to have? Yeah, I probably want to have these off separately like that, and with an additional pipe. So if I. Oh, I didn't bring any iron. I can't make any more tanks. So my thought was here, if I want to have these spread out a little bit more, so that they so you feed this basically runs until the tank is at 20,000 or whatever, and then you always pull from the tank. So just to keep everything at about 20,000 as much as possible. It hasn't been a problem up here, I don't think, having them all feeding directly through like this, because the only one. Except here, yeah, because the only one that's ever output by anything, and I think we've decided this was an absolutely true. But the only ones that are outputted are this one and this one. These are never made by anything other than by chilling. Yeah, so these are only made from cool thermofluid. And this one, well, obviously you're never gonna have anything producing this apart from the chilling. But this one is produced by 1 or 2 other things. So you can make it by here we go. So the astrometric. There we go. Data produces cool thermofluid, which is a bit weird. As does this one, whatever this is, popolarization data. Yeah, so there's a few things that actually do output the cool stuff. So we do want to have a tank in there, but I don't have any iron to make a tank, so we're just going to put a ghost tank in for that. No, that needs to be pumped in, sorry. So we say only put in if it's not quite full. This then will want to be a little bit further down, like that. In fact, this should be like that, and that should be there, because then we can keep the warm on this column, then the cool, then the cold, then the ultra cold. Yeah, that makes much more sense. So I want to make the cool, and I want you to do it in this method because I don't have cryonite here at the moment. And to be honest, what's the advantage of it? It's presumably it's faster, but it requires cryonite slush, so I don't think there's any point. I'll just make more of them. Okay, so this is this is this one. Oh, in that case, let's put that here so I can line it up with this pipe. Hey Griffin, welcome to the stream. Then we've got we've got 2 outputs here. Let's bring that to there for now. Then I can go underneath here with. All right. What if I do this to wherever the next one is? Then this can go to like that. Is that horrible? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, it'll work. What's the idea? What's the saying? If it's a stupid idea and it works, it ain't stupid. I don't know if that applies for ugly ideas as well. And then we have the cold one here. Let's carry on with the underground pipes just for the sake of it. And I didn't use any tanks for this on the other one, and I reckon that the buffer inside these tended tended to be enough. At least I don't think I did. Did I use tanks? Let's use it. Let's put a tank in anyway, like that. We can have a buffer of that there then, and then we're going to need. The next step is this one, and I want to make the ultra cold, the non-cryonite way. That takes in this one, and I don't need a way to feed back on this one, so I don't need a buffer, so I can just feed straight across into it and just let the tanks fill up. That's fine. And again, we're producing the warm out here as well, so I can do this. And then the ultra cold comes out the bottom, and I'm going to want another tank for that. Like so. It's a bit overlappy, but I don't think that matters. It just means copying and pasting is going to be a bit weird, so I won't. I'll do it again manually. Like that, and that. And then up here we go like this. And shove in some pipes, and I'm nearly out of pipes. So it's a good thing I'm basically finished, and like that as well. And this is the point where it would have been good to have done that research and have got the oops, what do we call it? The substation things, but never mind. Okay, apart from the missing tanks, that's now done. Let's put in one of these here. And one of these, well, I will put it here, but I can't. Right, that's my cooling. That's actually really compact. I'm quite pleased with that sort of basic design. It's not, yeah, it's basically the same design as here, but having already made this one, I've thought it through slightly better and made a slightly better version of it. It's not as, I guess it's probably not as high throughput as this one because there's more of them. So I may need to extend it quite a lot. I think, as far as I remember, I think the telescopes are very, very coolant hungry. They get through quite a lot of it. Although that said, this thing here is working for the entire, all of my tier 1 science. So it's not surprising I get through quite a lot of it, including all the computers up here as well. So yeah, that's not surprising. It's good that it needs quite a lot, but I can expand this without too much difficulty if and when I need to. Right. So we've got power, we've got cooling. The next thing is going to be one of these horrendous drop-off stations. I can't help feeling there must be a nicer way to do this. So that the limitations here are, I want to have 2 chests. I want to unload into 2 chests for each of these, each thing that's being unloaded. So I'm limited to 6 at the station. That's fine. And then I want to load onto both sides of the belt, and I want to obviously unload from both chests. And it would be nice to have it balanced, but that's not vital. So what I've been doing here is I've been unloading onto these 2, then putting it onto a splitter in order to balance it, and then joining them up again. And over here it's not too bad. This is a little bit painful, but then on this side where it rewinds round, it's a little bit more horrible. But I think this might be, well, I can't think off the top of my head. I can't think of a better way to do it. So I think I'm just going to stick with this for now. So I'm going to make a copy of this station, and I'm going to do it with the blueprint so that I can get the scaffolding as well, to make life a bit easier. And if I do it blueprint style, I'll delete that and that. I don't need them, which means I don't need that underneath. Never mind. Is there anything else here I don't want? I need to disconnect. Oh yeah. If you delete the lamp, wasn't it, and the thing there, then they won't be linked up. Know what side of the belt each insert will go onto? Yes, they all feed onto the right hand side of the belt. So I could just. I could replace the splitter with a thing feeding onto the other side of the belt, but that potentially limits throughput because you can't have both. Because you might not have both sides of the belt flowing, or you might empty. Yeah, you might if it always draws from one side of the belt, which it will, or often will, you'll empty one of the chests first. Oh, I see what you mean. That's true. That's a very good point. All right, I'll paste this in, and then I'll fiddle with it and edit it and make it better, hopefully. So right, I need to put this in down here somewhere. I've already already messed up the rail systems because this is too close in. I should shift this whole thing. In fact, I can just shift this whole thing across by quite a lot. Let's do that. Where did that blueprint go? Have I lost it? No, I haven't. It's just gone in there. I don't know how I dismissed that. I think I probably pressed Q, but maybe it's because I'd made a blueprint that it's ended up there. Okay, take that. Take the tiles too. Now let's put it. Let's go one extreme to the other, and I'll put it over here, like that. I'll also pick up all of this. Yeah, because I'd rather not. Everything always takes up more space than you expect, I reckon. So I'm going to move it a long way over, just to make sure that there's room for everything. Let's do this bit myself, because I'm a lot quicker than the bots. Okay, and now I need this blueprint to go there. I'm not sure why that went gurgle, but inserters can drop onto a splitter, but they always drop onto the far side of the splitter. So that means if you try and use it for, well, for this sort of purpose, you end up with it putting it on the other side of the splitter, and you don't actually end up merging your belts. So it, yeah, it doesn't help, unfortunately. Oh, I've run out of pipes. Oh well, I'll have to link that up later. That's a 5. Oh, and I can make a 9. How far is this? Oh, there's some more of them in here. Maybe there is room for a 15. No, that's a 12. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one that that they put. Oh, cock. That they put onto the wrong. They put onto the far side of the insert. It is splitter. It has caught me out once or twice. When you say drop on the other side, do you mean it makes the do you mean it makes the inserter put it down on the left side of the belt? Why do bots never go for the near stuff first? In fact, what is with this pattern? How do bots decide what order they want to do things in? It's ridiculous. Okay, enough raging about how the bots bot. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to try that because I've not come across that term before. I reckon if I put it there, there's probably going to be room for it. So if I put down a chest like this, somewhere where there's power, and then put some random stuff in it, like that, and then have a belt like this, and put down an inserter like this, I don't know what you mean, because that doesn't seem to have. Or do I need to have it in my hands? Shift L is opening the logistics request manager, but that's a no, that doesn't seem to be a thing. I would like to think that if it was possible to put things down, to get an inserter to put things down on the near side of a chest in Factorio, I'd have already know about it. But actually, I accept it's quite possible that I could easily have not realised. Well, not that easily, but it's possible. Oh right, okay. Yeah, I've played Bob's inserters, which allow you to put things down in all kinds of crazy places. That's very useful. But so that yeah, if it's a Crastorio thing, yes, that makes sense. But it makes sense why I can't as well. Yeah, that's a long way. Where can I reach to? Not quite anywhere. Let's put it there. Oop, there. Right, so yes, as I was saying, because we know it's going to come out of here on the right. Therefore, if I do that, that should be a neater way of putting it onto the. Check my maths, as it were. Does that look right? That should give me balanced everything's. Oh, that's so falling off the world. And on this side, it'd be like that, of course, and that makes things a bit smaller and neater. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah, so and if it's pulling particularly hard off one side of the belt, then you'll get both the output of both inserters going onto the same side of it. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. Thank you. I should have realised that myself, actually. To be honest, it's not that. It's just reasonably. It's one of those things where I go, "Oh yeah, of course." Duh. Feel stupid. But, well. I guess you get into sort of building something, and I've always struggled to remember which side of the belt inserters put it on. So I just did it in a way where it didn't matter, which is a bit silly, but never mind. Right, so I'll go through there, come out there, like that. Good. This one come through here. It saves a little bit of space as well, which is nice. Oop, fallen off the world again. It sort of almost disappoints me a little bit that you can you have a little bit of control when you're just floating in deep space, even if you haven't got your jetpack on. It would be entertaining if you could just get yourself completely screwed and you're just drifting vaguely away from your space station going, oh no, I haven't got any rocket fuel. But no, you have a little bit of control. I mean, if you didn't have that little bit of control, I'd probably have cursed it by now and got completely stranded somewhere. But, you know, it's one of those things where it feels like it would be a nice punishment is the wrong word, but a nice thing for it to, a nice mistake to be able to make. Let's just bring this down to here, I guess. Somewhere, there we go. Right, we have an unloading station. I haven't decided what I'm going to unload here yet, but I have a station for doing it at least, which is an important start, I think. I think this is probably a good point to end the stream because it is now. Oh, it is 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to call that bedtime. How long have I been going for? Where's the I'm sure there's supposed to be a timeometer thing on here somewhere that tells me how long I've been playing for. Well, I started at 7:30, so it's 3.5 hours. That seems like a good length for a stream. I mean, it's a long time to be just sitting here talking, apparently talking to myself, but no, there's all you guys out there to listen, of course. So, um, right. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Let's see. So next time, I'm gonna have a bit of a think about how I want to set up my sciencing stuff. Try and get that the things that actually going to be making the science packs, and whether I want to, and how I'm going to get the science packs that are coming up from Norvis over there. Now, currently they're being brought up by on this rocket and then unloaded into these chests. So I'll probably have some extra stations somewhere around here and just pick them up from these belts, or have these belts feed stations and pick them up from there. I think that's probably a good way to do it. So that's going to be my one of the things I want to do for the next stream will be setting up somewhere to do the science itself. Then of course, there's setting up the astronometric science, which is going to be essentially running down from here. So I'll choose the appropriate inputs and things here and get all of that up and running. And as we saw with the on the doodle here, there's not a huge amount of different things needed for Astro 1. Just beryl, coal, glass, oil, light oil, and memory cards and thermofluid. So that's fairly straightforward. No doubt the other ones will be a bit more advanced. Well, let's have a quick look at that before I go. Actually, might as well. So that's what Astro catalog. Okay, so we need microwave observation data, which is most of observation frames, which is blank observation. So it's exactly the same again, just in a different type of telescope. Okay, that's not too bad. Observation frame. Again. Oh, we need mirrors for this one as well. So I need to have a supply of mirrors coming in for this one. And again, a different type of telescope, but that's okay. And there's scrap being produced, but I can deal with that. Astro facilities, yeah, sure, that's fine. Gravitational lensing data. For that, we need astrometric data. Now, as far as I remember, that's made from, yes, those ones. So that's, again, no more inputs, but I'm going to need to have quite a lot of those cards available. And I'm going to need the gravimetrics facility, which is another building, but that's just a building, that's not so bad. Gravity wave data made in laser facility from astrometric data. Okay. So I think Astro 2 isn't going to be too bad. There's quite a few things that require the astrometric data, but I've already solved that because you need that for the first one anyway. You need to make those three, and then you need to combine them to make the fourth one. So I just need to make a lot of these, which means I need to make a lot of these. You're right, there are. Okay. So this one makes 10 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a bit more efficient. And then this one makes 20 out of 7. But requires more advanced. Okay, so yeah, since I'm doing Astro 2, that's a good point. Thank you for pointing that out, Tristan. So in that case, I shall make my astrometrics datas this way, using the 5 inputs, because that'll be a bit more efficient in the processes, because these are all made in exactly the same way, just in slightly different buildings. I don't care too much about long, so it takes 10 to make 10, or no, press the right buttons. 10 to make 10, or 3 to make 3. So it's the same to make, yeah, okay. Yeah, so they'll churn out at the same rate overall. But it's a lot more efficient to use 5 to make 10 than to use 3 to make 3. So I'll do that. Okay, yeah, and since I'm making Astro 2, that's going to be relatively straightforward. Right. Okay, yeah, that looks very straightforward. I don't think it's going to take me long at all to do that. As long as the hardest part is going to be making sure I've got all of the bits and pieces I need in order to make all of the different types of telescopes. So I'll try and have a quick look at that and see what's required for that. And then it's going to be an enormous facility like this. I suspect I'm going to need a huge number of these machines making the frames, because these three were able to keep up with the sort of rate I had going on here, which is not enormously quick. So if I'm going to need twice as many types of telescopes, I'm going to need at least probably twice as many of these as well. And I noticed quite a lot of those had failure states as well. So there's one of them was only about 30% likely to produce the actual output you want. So yeah, okay, that's I think that's going to be fairly straightforward to put together. I'm not too worried about that. I should be able to just slap it together reasonably quickly, I think. Yeah, but that can be that and the actually doing some science can be for Wednesday. So, as always, yeah, let's actually end it now. I shall say thank you for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and don't forget, like, subscribe, watch videos. You know, all the sort of stuff that makes my channel look like it's popular and good. um, Subscribers are going up, which is nice. And actually, did quite well on the view count today. We had there for a few brief moments there were 16 people watching, so that's that's quite good, and 87 people playing catch up as well. So if you're one of those people, thank you as well. It's great to yeah, great to see you. And as ever, yeah, words are difficult. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.